Hello, hello. Happy Friday. We are back at it again with some Trails through Daybreak 2. We have grinded our asses off. Like, pretty heavily. We managed to get the swimsuit for just about every character. Going crazy. Lots of unlocks. More demon time, kinda. I mean, we got Reset over there in the corner when I'm not covering her. I'm like perfectly positioned to like hide a little bit of that bakery there. I would understand the motivation for the grind this time. You know it. We ran it down so hard. Hold on, I kind of want to show off a little bit. All right, so I'm sitting on S tokens for whenever the next tier unlocks, right? But we did it 7 times. We're level 41, 42-ish. The enemies here were level 32. We went like a whole 10 levels over what we needed. We have so many of these fucking tokens just sitting around waiting to be used.
It's been fortified.
You know what? Some of these can be used.
I'm getting even stronger. It's even stronger now. Upgrade complete. Let's give it some more firepower.
And then the Grendel's still struggling. I don't know how to get the Grendel skill stones consistently. I think it's all like challenge token stuff. But we had that.
Hey, I've been waiting for you.
We got like all of the items here. So all that's good. And then
appreciate your business.
We also
let me know if you need anything.
Even went as far as unlocking everyone's orbiment slots. So everyone has all their slots unlocked now. We kind of only need to spend our Sepathon quartz now at this point. Our Wind Sepith is looking a little sad.
It's a bundle.
And yeah. Good times, good times. I love it when a game gives you just like an endless dungeon to kind of fuck around with. Like as like I did like Persona 3 a ton. And like looking back, like having Tartarus to just like kind of like save and run down whenever I wanted was like so good. It's kind of the same way. That and like their Reverie Corridor too. Games should let you grind endlessly as much as you want. But like in its own separate pocket dimension. That's where I found the most joy. We're still only running like fucking EP Cut 2 though. But yeah. I mean, I guess I probably already went through everyone's costumes, but like some of them are a little different. Like I don't think we saw Judith with like this top. Like damn. I'm losing it. Monkey mode. Winneal. And then of course she's in a... We just locked everyone into the swimsuits. As goofy as it might be when like things start going dire. As soon as things start going dire and we're all just like rocking our like beach fits. Hello, how you doing? Happy Friday. Oh, I forgot. Chicken update. Yeah, Reset, right? Like, damn. Okay, like damn. And then like it's better with the top, right? Like, of course this is good. But I feel like this is better. I totally lost it for a second. I was gonna talk about chicken and then like I locked in on Reset. Here. Little chicken update as we didn't burn it this time. So like this is the old one. And then this is the one that I made today. They look pretty similar, right? But like, one is like significantly less charred. Like this is from like the other week. And this was this week. So, I mean, not too bad. I ate it. It was cooked thoroughly. We had a good time. We did eat dinner tonight. Yeah, I gotta love those herbs, absolutely. Without seasoning, we would be no different from the creatures, the animals. You know I'm about throwing everything in the kitchen sink into my meals. We are not eating bland chicken in this house. I think it needs a bit more char on it. True. Yeah, I think it was what it could have done with maybe like I probably could have done another like 10 minutes. Maybe like 5 or 10 minutes, 400 if I flipped it. Because the bottom was a little less crispy than the top, for sure. But it was still really good. I think it was definitely better than the other week. Okay, so like we have a car. We have parasailing, and then we have 3 connections. What are the connections looking like? That's gonna be like the meat and potatoes tonight, I think.
Lantern launch.
So we have Anya's Concern. Oh, they're doubles. So we get like Ren connection too. Are all of them double? Oh, damn, all of them are double. Okay. So, damn, Elaine shit. Battle of the Blades. Okay. I mean, I think Shizuna wins, like, easy, right? And then we got Twin Nadia. Of course, we're gonna do them. Ooh. Damn, Sink or Swim is also another really good one, because, like, I think I mentioned before that, like, both, like, Reset and Catra are, like, some of my favorite characters in Daybreak, so the fact that they get, like, a connection event together here is, like, already... That's, like, an immediate pick. They're actually making me pick between, like, my favorite children right now. Because... I want to hang out with the Picnic Gang. I want to hang out with Reset and Catra. I want to hang out with Ren. Anya's too, but mostly Ren. No hate Anya's, but like Ren's got a little bit of that seniority. Ooh, but then like she's in a lane. And then Marielle, Zeta, I can kind of like, they're cool. But like all these combos are kind of nuts. Criminal that we only got 3 connects. I hope we get 4 by doing like all 10 activities maybe. I don't know if the game has really given me... Has the game given me any connection events up until this point? I don't think so, huh? Unless I've been like seriously missing out. But I think this is like the first time we've been able to just like sit down and like hang out with the gang. And we're like mid-game. Yeah, save load time. Yeah, we're gonna run it down for every single one of those. But I'm curious about the car. Disregard the save icons. This must be the rental car Teresa mentioned. Not bad. Even shares a series with my baby girl. Awfully big of them to loan out to us. Now let's see. Looks like I can take up to 2 passengers with me. Might as well reach out to a couple people and have them tag along. Oh. Who should I invite? We gotta do this 10 times? Well, there are a lot of characters who didn't have connection events, huh? Like, I don't think I saw Aaron in one of those. And I like Aaron. And then I guess we can take Nina? Nina, Zeta, Marielle, she's in a... How come I can't take Lucretia? They should let me take Lucretia. Yeah, repetitive, but you can skip them. Good to know, good to know. Let's take Fairy. I've always liked this duo. Aaron and Fairy are like really good together. Big brother-sister energy. But not in like the normal Trails way, like the regular way. Open top cars usually remind me of shootouts, but this sounds a lot more fun. Pretty sick ride. Wouldn't complain if you passed the wheel to me. Hint, hint. You two all nice and seated? Let's get this tour on the road.
All right, let's punch it. Thanks for being my chauffeur.
Wait, we can drive? Welcome, Black. You're glad we had to clarify that? I mean, of course. Wait, can we just like run it down and get into like a car crash?
I'd kill for a chance to go surfing. Let's put the pedal to the metal.
There's like actually like physics to this too. What the hell?
Got a hill here. It's kind of bumpy.
Wait, why is this kind of like feeling nice?
It almost feels kind of lonely.
Can I squeeze? Does it want me to off-road in this thing? This is a crazy route to take. We've come so far from like the motorcycle physics of like Cold Steel.
Those are some big ruins.
Who's paying the bill when I like inevitably run into a wall? Oh,
crap. I didn't scratch the paint job.
Wait, so you can just like... Yo, when are they gonna make a GTA Trails? Know what I mean? Some weird ass like open world sandbox Trails mode.
That looks like a good place to take a load off.
I think we've seen just about everything.
Whoa! Look, Aaron, look! The fish are leaping out of the water!
Yeah, I see him. Why are you so worked up about
Look, a
this?
cow! It's true. Yeah, Van has many sugar mamas that'll pay for him.
Everyone wanna get caught in a pincer attack here, that's for sure.
Ah, man, this feels great.
It'd be crazy if they let you... Oh, wait, change view? Whoa, wait a second! This is the greatest game of all time. I'm looking at my friends.
That made for a nice drive.
Going for a drive is a lot of fun.
From there, Van and his companions wrapped up their load of diversion, returned to what they were doing before. Oh, that barely pushes it up a little. Okay, well, about the paragliding. Yeah, what the hell? Why did they put so much effort into the car? Are they gonna give me like a escape the island like driving section? I think I'd rather have Farron next to me over Aaron. I would take Aaron most of the time. I mean, look at that man. Look at this guy. As soon as like, all right, hold on. The fact that his top is so good. I love this shirt. Like, of course, great. But like, again, fantastic. I feel like so many of the swimsuits are just like so much better with the top. Like, that sweater, nice. That top, nice. You can't do anything here. This, phenomenal. And then we did get Ren's swimsuit, but I don't know. Kind of like her normal outfit. She can be in her normal outfit there. And then reset, yeah. Honestly, the top makes this like outfit super peak. And yeah. Oh right, got back in a Days Gone, reminded why you don't like the protagonist at all that much. I've always kind of wanted to play that game. It seems like right up my alley of like open world sandbox slop. Like, I don't know if I heard anyone say like the narrative for the game is like great or anything like that. It just kind of seems like one of those like fun open world games to fuck around in, like Far Cry. Like nothing phenomenal, but like I do have fun in those. Like there's a reason why I have almost 100 hours in Oblivion. And like, you know, games of that caliber. Yeah, define fun. You know, like looking at a map and clearing that map. Yeah, Far Cry with zombies, I think, yeah. Like, I'm the type of guy who can... Like, I have a good time playing Assassin's Creed games. Like, even, like, the current day stuff. Though most people will say it's, like, generic slop, which it kind of has become, sure. But, like, it's still really fun to me to just, like, walk around in a world and, like, look at all the icons slowly disappear as I, like, clear a map. Something about that, like, low, like, brain activity, kind of just, like, checking the boxes, just chilling, having a good time. Really vibe with those kinds of games for whatever reason. Even though there's, like, plenty of, like, really, like, more soul-nourishing games that exist. But I don't know, maybe I was built for these like office spaces, the way I be checking off these boxes. Anyways, what was I doing? Oh yeah, parasailing. Yeah, also like clearing maps, clearing those checkboxes, things to do. Satisfying feeling of accomplishment. Yeah, that and like percentages and shit, like damn. Like give me something with like a, you've done like 48% of like the entire game. Sure, I'm there. I want to see that percentage go up. We're about that life. Anyways, how you doing? Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good one. We're about to go parasailing. There's probably like optimal choices here too. Maybe Dead Island's more up my your alley. I actually played every Dead Island. I played Dead Island, Dead Island 2, and I didn't play Riptide. And I had a lot of fun with those. Xenoblade X would be the game for you, but 100% the game's crazy long. Oh yeah. Yeah, honestly, that's probably part of the reason why I was able to play Veilguard for as long as I did too. Because Veilguard also kind of had like a bunch of like just shit to do on the map. It's like one of those games where I can just like get in bed and just like do like monotonous shit. As like bad as that sounds. You know, it's the same way I feel about like Martian Garden. And like Tartarus and like Reverie Corridor. It's just like something for me to do, which has like, what's the word for it? Which has an impact on like other things that like matter more in like the grand scheme of things. We're currently offering a parasailing experience to our guests. It's an exhilarating 2-person trip through the skies. Are you interested? Parasailing in a pair, huh? Maybe I should invite someone to join me. We really gonna be out here inviting Aaron to every one of these? You've never been parasailing before, right? Yeah, I'm pumped to see how it stacks up for a primo party animal like me. Sounds like you already think you're too good for it. Quit yapping already and let's fly.
Hang on tight.
Do we actually get to do anything, or? Whoa! Wait, change view. Can I like? No first person. I can't like look at Aaron in the eyes.
Holy.
Now this is what I'm talking about.
Shame that the turbo button is the same as the change view button.
Damn good view.
Yeah, this seems kind of slow. I'll turn on turbo mode.
Let's see how fast we can go.
Oh, unless they're gonna... Are they speeding up? I can end the activity now. How long do they let you do this?
It's like we're walking on air.
Is there an end? Or can I just...
Whew, heck of a view.
You know, we're not even
Yeah.
like strapped in or
That
anything.
breeze feels awesome.
Sun's pretty damn gorgeous, ain't it?
I bet this could work in Longport too.
It just keeps looping. Okay.
You
Oh.
doing okay?
Fine,
Wait, it
I'll
ended.
admit it. That was actually kind of fun.
Do you ever feel a sense of dissatisfaction with not being able to be Elizabeth in Reload? You know, I was feeling fine until you brought it up. Because we also never did the Joker fight in episode I guess too. It's some of those things where you just like kind of shove it to the back of your brain and like don't think about it after you're done, you know? Up until this point, I was like, oh yeah, you know, I did so much of Persona 3. From there, Van and his companions wrapped up their little diversion and returned to what they were doing before. You generally don't get strapped in for paragliding? Oh. Oh, you know what? I think you're right. I think the time I went paragliding, I may have also not been strapped in. I do remember hitting the water and then like swimming up. Yeah, sometimes super bosses are too much effort. Agreed. Big agree. Yeah, we got very, very close to like doing most of the game. Okay, I can see what you mean about like these mostly being skippable though, Jeremy. Which is kind of a good thing. It feels like it might be... I do like the driving. Who else was like not part of a thing? Like Nina? We get to sit next to Nina. And... oh, Judith didn't have one either. Nina Judith is a pretty good combo. You don't mind driving... or I don't mind driving myself, but getting chauffeured around isn't bad either. I've been doing nothing but filming ever since we arrived. Sightseeing should make for a nice change of pace. You two all nice and seated? Let's get this tour on the road.
All right, let's punch it.
Thank you for offering to drive me around, Van.
I don't even have to look at the road.
Nothing like a drive along the coastline. Ah, man. this feels
Okay,
great.
we're done. We just had Nina flying out the windshield. Oh, hey, Shining Palm.
This hill is quite bumpy, isn't it?
Wait, actually though, no one's wearing their seatbelts. We're fucked.
That place has an eerie vibe. If I brought my friends there, I'd scare the daylights out of them.
They should let you like drift. Already though, like it's so weird how much control
Those
they
sure
give
are
you
some
in
big
this.
ruins. Ah, crap.
Yeah, if you want to talk about
Wouldn't
obnoxious
scratch
super
the
bosses,
paint
look no
job.
further than Star Ocean's Ethereal Queen. If Judith's in the passenger seat, I would drive us all off the cliff for the bit. She could like swing us out. You know, we'd go off the ledge and then she'd like use her little whip lasso thing. And then I don't know, Lucretia can pay for the car. I can drive. I guarantee you I can drive. I was paid to drive for a good portion of my like employed life.
Oh, I'd love to come relax here once filming has wrapped.
I think we've seen just about everything.
Nina, don't you think this would make a great backdrop for a film?
Oh yes, I can definitely see that. We should tell Mr. Gotti and Mr. Lam about it later.
Ah, man, this feels great.
God, imagine if you could just like haul ass. Does this have a working like speedometer? Huh.
That made for a nice drive.
Going for a drive was a great idea.
From there, Van and his companions wrapped up their little diversion. Okay. I wonder if we're meant to like finish off some of these characters' connection events through these. No, I'll make a save here. We'll come back to that and like run down whatever we feel is close after we do like the real connection. Ooh, the real connections. So I think we'll start off with sink or swim. Because this is gonna be like one of the like guaranteed I pick. Honestly, these two are like the guaranteed I pick. And then everything else is like questionable. We'll need to see what we lock in with, you know? Ben and the group decided to take a break from their island stroll and enjoy some time to themselves. Okay, all done with our warm-up stretches. You really caught me off guard asking for swimming lessons, though. There's got to be a better coach to choose from. What can I say? I just thought you'd make for a good instructor. Researching with the professor has always kept me too wrapped up to even graze the surface of this sort of thing. It'd be a useful skill to have in a pinch, so I'd really appreciate it if you could teach me. Fair enough. There have definitely been times in my line of work where it's literally sink or swim. In my rookie days, I was cornered by some guys who had it out for me. I ended up taking a dip in the sewage to get away. Man, that brings me back. I think that's an experience I can live without. Apologies for the wait, Mr. Arkwright, Mr. Silesian. What? Yo, me too, Katra. Whoa. I do hope you can forgive my late arrival. Don't worry about it. You're going around taking everyone's drink orders, right? Always the considerate concierge. That's very kind of you to say. Is something the matter, Mr. Silesian? No, it's just you're so pretty and... Forget I said that. Whoa? Oh? Wait, Katra locking in? You wanted to test out your artificial body, right, Rosette? Yes, though more as a personal pursuit, rather than part of my official duties. I learned the fundamentals of swimming as part of Marduk's motor function assessments. But I don't often have the privilege to exercise them in more natural environs, especially not in an ocean so lovely as this. Well, what's the harm? They're probably designed to be seawater resistant anyways. How unfortunate would it be for her to like walk into it and like short circuit? Don't let me stop you either. I'll just be trying to pick up from what I can from you in the meantime. I may not be the best example to follow, but don't hesitate to ask if you have need of me. So ready to get down to it? Sure thing. What is that like little thing on like... It's like some sort of charm next to the strap there on our leg. I know we're starting from the ground up, but I think you might have a knack for this. The way you extend yourself, your kicking technique, it all looks pretty balanced to me. You think so? I'm just feeling for my life, really. It's a little embarrassing having my hands held like this. I feel like a child. Not to mention... Also Katra blush? Something up. Not at all. It's just, I wish I was half as good as her. Don't mind the screenshots. Damn. Damn, the way she came out of the water though, damn. How's Utawari Mono been going? Really, really good. Speaking of Utawari, we're gonna have to do a schedule change this week too. Instead of starting Resist tomorrow, I might just move Uta and then I need my Sunday. So... if that affects anyone, sorry, but yeah, we're doing Uta. We're doing Uta tomorrow. Wah. I need to change the schedule. I'll update it tonight. Phew. How fares your progress? About as well as it looks, I guess. You're practically a pro though, Rosette. Yeah, you swim like a natural. Wouldn't have guessed any part of you was prosthetic.
I'm delighted to hear that. Evidently, I have no trouble operating under high salinity either. Mr. Salesian, from what I observed at a distance, you appear to be overly fixated on your leg movements. I suspect that your form will be much more stable if you focus on engaging your body as a whole.
My body as a whole, huh? I never realized swimming was so involved. Well, damn. A little nugget of advice had more insight than about 100 of mine.
My apologies. I didn't intend to speak out of turn. Perhaps I will try venturing out into deeper waters this time, if you'll excuse me.
Good to know she's having fun. Heck, she seems more in her element than usual. Nothing wrong with feasting your eyes, but stare any harder and they'll fall out of their sockets.
Vam.
Is he talking about me or Katra?
It's not like that. At least not entirely. I was just impressed. Obviously, only she can know what it's like to be mostly prosthetic. But I still can't help wondering how much sheer effort it took for her to be able to swim so well.
I get what you mean, but there's more to it than that. She had to go through all sorts of experiences in virtual space before getting that body. It must have been a long road, and all the while she knew it wasn't going to be anything like the real deal. For better or worse, there's a gap between Resette's physical self and the person she is inside. I'll bet the reason she takes life by the horns is because she's constantly doing all she can to bridge that gap.
Bridge the gap, huh? I was right to be impressed then. Facing her circumstances head on, enjoying herself along the way. I don't think I could ever.
Oh, head pat! For what it's worth, most everybody feels this way about someone else. But before dwelling on what you don't have, why not build some confidence in who you are right now?
Excellent advice.
And if you can't get it off your mind, then take that negativity and channel it into motivating yourself instead.
Man, yeah, you're right. I should take a page out of her book and... Hold on, I think something's wrong with Brissette.
What? She's drowning! Oh no! Anyways. Crap, she's in trouble. Wait here, Katra. I'll... Hang in there, Reset. I'm coming. Hey, what are you... Ah, hell. Van and Katra managed to rescue Reset and return her safely to the shore.
Thank you, both of you.
I'm just glad you're okay. Wasn't expecting you to start drowning out there. Did your artificial body go haywire?
It would appear that I was so engrossed in swimming that my output exceeded its limiters.
Hey, don't worry about it.
My system then temporarily shifted into an underclocked state in order to prevent an overload. Mortifying as it is to admit, I became a tad more carried away with myself than anticipated.
The dogs too? You think. But hey, as long as it's nothing serious.
I'm terribly sorry.
Don't be. In fact, I'm kind of jealous.
You accept your body for what it is and push yourself to the best you can, regardless.
There's something incredible about that.
Mr. Salesian, on the contrary, I believe you are the incredible one.
Oh?
Despite being only a novice at swimming, you rushed out to my aid without a second thought. That's proof you're always maturing. Every second of every day. This very moment included.
Damn.
I envy you for it. No matter how they enhance my body's performance, that sort of growth is difficult for me.
Oh.
Now that you mention it, how did I manage to swim all of a sudden?
I think that's what they call an adrenaline rush. Plus, you probably picked up a few tricks watching Reset. You had me on pins and needles for a second, though. I'm starting to think I'd have to haul both of you back. Still, you leapt into action to save a friend. You ask me, that's something to be proud of.
Yeah, I guess I could stand to have a little more self-esteem. Thanks, Van. You too, Reset.
Afterwards, Katra helped Reset adjust the limiter control setting for prosthetic parts. They then enjoyed their time in the water well longer before returning their reconnaissance to the island. I need to put some serious thought into who I want to be. And someday, I'll be able to hold my head up high in front of the others.
Perhaps I overextended myself this time, but be that as it may, I was able to attain a new experience. And for that, I have you to thank, Mr. Arkwright.
I feel a lot more confident now. Thank you. And, I'd really like it if you could teach me more things in the future.
Good event. Very good event. Wouldn't miss that one for the world. I feel like every time there's like a reset event, it's like the kitchen is cooking. You know what I mean? We will be there for everyone.
What's next?
Okay, and then next up, Picnic Squad. They're not getting along. Oh, actually, we should read these, huh? Lexicania says something she wants to talk about. Seems it's got something to do with Ren. I should hear her out when I can spare a moment. And then they're hiding it pretty well, but I can tell something's going on between Twin and Nadia. Pretty rare for those two not to get along. I should probably keep an eye on them. Zen called to tell me that Elaine and Chizuna are at each other's throats. Got a feeling this is going to be a huge pain in the ass, but I should probably look into it. And I traded contact info with the princess, and now she's gotten in touch to ask a favor. It sounds like she wants me to help her investigate something. Might as well hear her out, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I like the rare quarrel. The, Agnes and Ren thing seems kind of, important too, though.
What's next?
So, we'll probably do this one last and consider whether or not that's going to be the one we lock in on. Van and the group decided to take a break from their island stroll and enjoy some time to themselves.
How could you even suggest that, S?
Just think about it. Logically, splitting up would be the most efficient way to comb the island. Besides, you were the one who said we should do some reconnaissance.
Well, sure, but that was just a code word for date.
Not happening. You realize we aren't actually out here on vacation, right?
Of course I do. All I'm asking for is a tactical break.
Most people call that goofing off. Something you already do 99% of the time. Van standing in the corner like a sicko. Oh boy, things are getting even pricklier than I thought. Spoiled as Nadia may be, Swin could definitely stand and relax a bit. The song kind of sounded similar to Chopsticks. I haven't heard Chopsticks in forever. Though I get that that's a tall order after everything that happened at Aramis Academy. Aramis?
Oh, so that's how you want to play it. When did you swap your heart out for a sack of rocks?
When are you going to grow up for once? Alright, you two, enough bickering.
Man, perfect timing. Teach us here a thing or two about how to treat a lady, will ya?
You can try, but the only thing that needs straightened out here is your lazy attitude. Twin said correction needed. This goes for both of you. Don't making a stink about doing reconnaissance out in the open. Not a lot, but there's still other tourists here. Or did you forget that Spriggan work's supposed to be kept on the down low? Look, I get it. Vacations and arguments go hand in hand. Everything you've been bottling up is liable to boil over. But having a grown-up chew you out for it ain't gonna do much to bury the hatchet, right?
Meaning...
You have a better suggestion? We're at a resort. If you got a score to settle, might as well do it with some flair. Volleyball match? Oh, that's not volleyball. What the fuck? They set up a whole, Oh, that's crazy.
Let the first, though there are no plans for a second, annual Arkwright Solutions water gun fight commence. On the boys' team, we have Mr. Wei, Mr. Salesian, and their captain, Mr. Abel. On the girls' team, we have Miss Claudel, Miss Alfayed, and their captain, Miss Rain. That's kind of a pretty fair team, huh? Because thinking about it, we have Aaron, who I'm not sure if he knows his way around a gun that well. Shit, actually, no. Because, like, I feel like Swin and Nadia know how to use a gun. Of course, Fairy knows how to use a gun. Katra knows how to use a gun. So, I guess, yeah, no, that is fair. Because then you have, like, Agnes and Aaron, who might suck with guns. Each team is also represented by their respective coaches, Mr. Arkwright and Miss Lanster. Judge Fio and myself will be serving as referees. Why are we doing this again? Won't say no to a good time, but third wheeling for a couple's therapy isn't my idea of fun. What can I say? I haven't been this livid with her in who knows how long. I heard you two were fighting, Nadia. Is everything okay? Is it any coincidence it ended up being men against women? For a bit. I don't know if there's anything deeper. Is everyone okay? Hess can drop into a ditch for all I care. I don't know what this is about, but it should make for some good group combat training. Me and Jude have to keep an eye out on things and handle any injuries, so go at it as rough as you want. Oh, and just to add some incentive, the coach of the losing team has to buy everyone shaved ice afterwards. You never told me that. Not that I mind or anything. Judith broke? We're so rich. Let's have a fair fight out there, guys. Just try not to hurt yourselves. A reminder of the rules. You can be hit up to 3 times before you are eliminated. Whichever team eliminates all members of the opposing team wins. Judge Fio, the coaches, and myself will provide impartial verdicts on what constitutes a hit. I will now give the starting signal. If you could all take your positions. I'm coming for you, S. Gehenna hath no fury like a maiden scorned. You've been pampered long enough, Nadia. Time to take the kitty gloves off and teach you a lesson. On your marks, get set, go. Imagine they make us play like some sort of shooter minigame. First mover's advantage. I'm going in. Ah, Katra, no! When did she? Of course they'd send her. Got another one over here. Oh, so cold. I'll avenge you, Aggie. There. All that loafing around has you losing your touch. Going south, huh? Oh, it's on, S. We've got those chicks cornered. Just sit tight, Captain Katra. Take the other side. A pincer attack? I'm on it. Wait, it's a trap. Where'd they go? Right here. What the? They saw us coming? All according to Nadia's plan. Bang. All that party pooping has you losing your touch. I figured you'd switch your brain into tactical mode eventually. You bet your bippy I did, and there's a lot more where that came from. Things only intensified from there, to the point where it seemed like more than just a game. You're late, all good, you haven't missed much. We drove a car into a wall. Some real like Persona 1 gameplay type shit. Went paragliding, and we did a peak reset and Katra event, which I would definitely recommend going back on. But glad you can make it. Happy Friday. Hope you're having a good one. As the showdown raged on, the boys capitalized on Swin's covert ambushes, while the girls relied on Nadia's ingenuity. Eventually, Agnes and Katra were eliminated, after which the battle sped rapidly towards its climax. Yeah, those guns are shooting unlimited water too, yeah. You know, I remember as a kid, I mean, I didn't really do too many water gun fights. I think maybe I can count the amount of times I've played with water guns, like, on my hands. But I do remember having to reload pretty frequently. Like, you get, like, maybe 4 good bursts on, like, a really big water gun before you have to refill.
Aries out. Crap.
Aaron, you're out. Only one left on either team now. Nadia, Swin, hang in there, you two. The decisive moment is fast approaching.
I can barely take the suspense. Who's gonna come out on top? Let's do this!
Yes, I'm having a blast.
Same, I almost forgot how it felt.
Too bad it won't last.
Yeah, time to end this. Ah!
Yeah!
Who wins? Do they do that anime like Ty?
Mr. Abel and Miss Rain have both been struck. According to Judge Fio, the shots landed simultaneously. As neither team has any players remaining, the first annual Arkwright Solutions water gun fight ends in a draw.
All that for a draw.
What's so funny, S?
Nothing. I'm just impressed is all. I didn't think you'd get so crafty and calculating over a friendly match.
Look who's talking, Mr. Take No Prisoners Guerrilla Warfare. Guess you're a lot more childish inside than I thought.
And you're just as childish all over as I've always known. You're already 15 going on 16 this year. It's time to start acting your...
Here we go again. Some things never change. What were we fighting about in the first place anyways?
You know, I don't even remember. Thanks for this, Van. Feel a lot better now. All I did was stand around and watch, but hey, glad to hear it.
You're a world-class Budinsky, Van, and you're not even fair about it.
Yeah, hard to ignore the way you pushed us into a all-out war without even getting your hands wet. I don't think we can call this even until you're as soaked to the bone as we are.
That's a tempting idea. I'm inclined to agree. Yeah, I spent the whole time hoping you, Judith, and Reset would hop into the fray.
Maybe you grown-ups ought to take off the chaperone pants and pick up a blaster.
Wait, you're dragging us into it too?
Give me a break. How come y'all only set your differences aside when we're getting dogpiled?
It seems it's time to pay the piper.
Afterwards, the older members of the group joined in for a great big battle royale. They then reveled in a long and hard-fought clash, with every one of them emerging drenched and covered in sand.
She's getting sillier by the second. Well, anyway, I guess there's no harm in going another round or two.
Now I'm on the same team as S. Prepare to meet a watery grave at the hands of our aquatic artillery.
Pretty good event. And the buff for the third star is kind of nice too. Just managed to jump off a cliff and die. Let's go! In-game, right? This is not a time message. Okay, yeah, you know what? Days Gone is also kind of like, kind of reminds me a bit of like Red Dead in that way too. Like Undead Nightmare. Have I talked about how much like I liked Red Dead 1 and was kind of just okay about Red Dead 2? Because like I felt like Red Dead 1 was so much fun. I had so much more fun with it than Red Dead 2. Shame Red Dead 2 never got any sort of like DLC similar to that though. I feel like that would have been peak. Of like all the DLCs in every game, of all the DLCs in every games like ever, I think, I always think of like Shivering Isles and like Undead Nightmare to be like the top DLC of like games I've played. Managed to get the character just off the cliff because I didn't see a bridge. Damn. Brother got Wile E. Coyote'd.
What's next?
Okay. So, maybe the least interesting... Honestly, kind of the least interesting to this, these events kind of seems like it could be Elaine Shizuna. Despite the fact that I like both of them. But like, you know, if Marielle and Zeta, right? If Marielle and Zeta have something they want to talk about, and like Agnes and Ren have something to like be looking into, and it's just like Elaine and Shizuna beefing, this kind of sounds like the weakest. So we'll start with this, move into Marielle, and then finally go into Agnes. Ben and the group decided to take a break from the island stroll and enjoy some time to themselves.
I think it's about time you came clean, Divine Blade of Silver. Have with it. What exactly is Ikaruga up to? And why did you fight Van in Longport? Geez, someone forgot to take their chill pill this morning. In my defense, I helped Van out in the end. Or wait, maybe that's what really got you all hot and bothered. I can do this all day if I have to. The sooner you stop dodging my questions, the sooner you can be on your way. Actually, I have another idea. Perhaps you'll be in a more talkative mood if I bring you to your knees, Divine Blade.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
You're on. Let's let our swords do the talking.
Whoa, hold it!
Van and Zin too.
Phew, glad we made it in time. Look, this ain't the time or place for this. I get how you feel, but you've got to take it easy, alright? We can't have you pulling a Walter.
Pulling a Walter as a saying is crazy.
Right now, we need to be figuring out what the owner of this place is after. So let's put aside the personal grudges, huh?
It's not a personal... No, you're right. I lost my cool. Darn, and I thought I was really looking forward to testing my mettle against the famous Beauty's Blade too. Guess we'll take a rain check on that, but FYI, I'm ready to go anytime you are, especially now that I'm all fired up. Trust me, I fully intend to take you up on that, and that may happen sooner than you might expect.
The sparks are still flying. The guild already had her marked, but after that incident in Longport, I think Elaine hit a boiling point. To be fair, Shizuna ain't doing herself any favors, what with all the taunting. And that gal's trouble with the capital T. I think I might have to step in.
Oh, do you know some other way we can resolve this? Let me guess, you want to propose something that'll help us let off some steam without resorting to bloodshed.
At least let me say it for myself.
What do you mean? And did you just read Van's mind? Sure did. Jealous.
Damn. She really kind of going under Elaine's skin there. Ugh, knock it off, you two. I get that you two have an axe to grind, but there are ways to settle beef that don't involve cleaving each other in half. I've got a much safer solution in mind. Follow me, girls. Alright, we're all set. Let's get the show on the road.
Wait, I kind of missed it. Are they racing?
It's the battle of the Blade Babes, Beauty's Blade versus Divine Blade of Silver. But instead of clashing steel, they're clashing wheels in a riveting bikini orbital bike race.
I feel so foolish. Why would you, of all people, suggest that we wear bikinis?
They were already in bikinis, mind.
Because it levels the playing field. We won't have the clothing air resistance. Excuse when I make you eat my dust. I also just thought having a little eye candy would attract a few more eyeballs.
She knows how to draw a crowd, that's for sure. Guess that comes with the unclouded eye package.
Would you please stop trying to rationalize this? Hey, turn that front upside down. You're gonna have a blast, I promise. Another swordsman I know likes to ride orbital bikes sometimes, so I've taken them for a spin a few times to see what the big deal was.
Imagine a council of divine blades. Get all the divine blades together. Can you imagine that? They gotta give us a game where we can do that. They gotta give us a game with like playable Cassius, playable Richard, playable Arios, playable Reen, playable Shizuna. Playable Annalise. Just a bunch of like sword freaks all together.
I've never done a full-blown race with them before. Pretty stoked for this. So you're completely enthralled with this ridiculous idea. Why am I not the least bit surprised?
I get that swordsmanship's more your speed, but sometimes it's good to expand your horizons. Give something else a whirl. Horizon mention? Besides, you're getting to duke it out with the Divine Blade and see this island from a new point of view. You're killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah, we have playable characters is not in the same game, yeah.
Yeah, we got Arios and Noreen. Oh, you know, I am excited now that I think about it, since we're getting a Sky remake, right? We're finally gonna see Richard again for the first time in like 3D, no? Because like Richard, Luve, Dorothy and Niall. Who else was never in 3D? Annalise. A couple of the enforcers too, like Lucille? When Sharon's bunch and the Arkwright Solutions teams are making sure the roads are clear of any bystanders. So don't worry about putting on the brakes. You're clear to go hell-bent for leather.
Not you two, Zen. Everyone's driving me up the wall here. Fine. If it's a race you want, then it's a race you'll get. I'll be running circles around you. We'll see about that.
First one to finish 2 full laps around the island will be the winner. Alright, ladies, start your engines. Let's do this. On your marks, get set, go! With that, the race between Elaine and Chizuna went off to a rumbling start.
I'm already well in the lead. Now I just have to maintain it to the end. Yeah, not happening.
Whoa, the Divine Blade slipped right past her.
Holy smokes, how'd she pull that off? That was amazing. I'll say, I didn't know how a normal bike could maneuver like that. That lady's talent is inhuman. I was careless. So what was that about running circles around me?
The race has only just gotten started and it's already heating up. We're coming up to some rough terrain, so things might get dicey and bouncy. Keep those cameras at the ready, folks.
Excuse me, Van? There, I caught up. Let's see, maybe here?
Yeah, Van's kind of bold for that.
No way. Yes way, I love me a good shortcut.
The Divine Blade's using her unclouded eye to find the fastest routes on the track. Is Beauty's blade met her match? This race is getting real spicy real fast. Only thing that'd make it better is if we got a happy accident.
Van? What do you think? Should we give the people what they want? What? No, are you crazy?
Silver Blade's still in the lead. One more lap to go.
Who's gonna win?
As the second and final lap proceeded, Elaine did everything she could to narrow the gap. However, Shizuna refused to give her a reg until the very last moment.
Well, it's been fun, but I think I've got this race in the bag. Better luck next time. Huh? Why did she veer off? Oh, shoot.
Yo! Wait, she's crazy with it. Holy crap, Beauty's blade just pulled up ahead out of nowhere.
Wow, wish I thought to use that route. I was counting on you not to make use of it. Now I believe victory's mine.
And there we have it, folks. The winner is Beauty's blade, Elaine Auclair. She sure showed us what an A-rank bracer is made of. Alright, that's a wrap. Hope you all enjoy the race. They put on one heck of a show in more ways than one. Let's give it up for Elaine and Shizuna, everyone.
Van was like, kind of getting spicy there. Aw, I was this close to beating you. Then you had to pull that cheap little stunt at the last second. You must got the idea to venture off the beaten path after I showed you up in the first lap. I was simply thinking on my feet, so to speak. You pulled the rug out from me, so I thought I'd return the favor. I bet everything on that last gambit. Well, major props. I guess your recent experiences in the capital really paid off. This just goes to show I have a long way to go. I'd better turn things up to 11.
You realize the dial only ever goes up to 10, right? Anyways, I hope that helped clear the air between you two. Feeling better, Elaine?
Yes, I am. I think I was a little too high-strung earlier. I recognize now that there are more pressing matters at hand. I shouldn't have let myself get so tunnel-visioned. Still, it's too bad we couldn't go toe-to-toe in an actual sword fight. But I'm sure we'll have other chances down the line. Right, and when that time comes, I promise I'll give it my all.
girls just don't know when to quit. Well, at least they are not at each other's throats anymore. Yep, and I got a feast for the eyes out of the deal, so no complaints. Now I better get back to...
Oh, I don't think you'll be going anywhere. Indeed, not until we've gotten some payback.
Yeah, Van was a little demon mode there. Payback for what?
What do you think, for making me race in this ridiculous outfit? Not to mention all those tactless little comments you made. I'll have you know that that was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done in my life. How about a 3-person race this time? We'll go all out and make you eat dirt fair and square.
Whoa. Hold up a sec. There's no way I can compete with you two. I don't think you're getting out of this one, pal. Hate to say it, but you have this one coming. Van was forced into a race against his will, where he was soundly trounced by Elena and Shizuna, who put their differences aside in the face of a common enemy. I
would have preferred a proper sword fight, but I still had a lot of fun in the end. Thanks, Van.
You got off easy this time, Van. Next time, I'll let my sword do the talking.
Okay. Yeah, that was fine. We're definitely running it back, though. Because I do want to see all of them.
Planner launched!
Alright, so next up we'll do Marielle Zeta. Van and the group decided to take a break from their island stroll and enjoy some time to themselves.
I apologize for summoning you on such short notice, Mr. Arkwright.
No trouble at all. Kinda surprised you come to me for a favor, though.
Well, my brother did advise me to turn to you, were I ever in a bind. Plus, after hearing so much about your skill as a Spriggan, I've been eager to see them for myself.
Tried letting my sword do the talking once, but it didn't go well. My sword needed a speech therapist. Speech therapy, let's go. I have a friend who's working on that. Yeah, I'll try not to disappoint then. Figures it'd be Sherrod who put her up to this. You said he needed help gathering data, right? Not too sure if I'm the right fit for that. But at least we got a professional on board.
Reporting for duty, literally. Assisting you is a greater honor than I deserve, Your Highness.
Also, was I mistaken, but is the voice actor for Marielle also doing the voice for Dorothy in the Sky remake?
Plus, this can double as both magazine coverage and an exclusive interview with Zeta Asval. I can't guarantee how much material you'll be able to get out of someone so unseasoned as myself. But I would be most grateful if you could lend me your expertise in liaising and data collection in exchange. Oh, and I nearly forgot, Mr. Arkwright. I come bearing a gift from my home country. This is baklava, one of our traditional treats.
I've never had baklava. Back when I used to work at Fry's, there was like a period of time where we carried baklava. And that was kind of weird, thinking like, because it was an electronics store. Like, you don't really go to like a Best Buy or baklava, but like we had it. And I've never seen it anywhere else. It was literally just there, so I have no idea what that was about.
It's a pastry made with thin layered sheets of dough, flavored by a harmonious combination of savory pistachios and sweet syrup.
My brother and I've got some history together, so count me in. Heart, body, and soul.
Someone's looking eager. Sherrod's advice worked like a charm. Allow me to explain the nature of the information I seek then. As part of the Principality of Alzheimer's tourism policy, we plan to build a resort on one of the remote islands in our territory.
Yeah, Fry's had too much random stuff. They really did. But like weirdly, I think the baklava is what stood out to me the most. Cause like, why food? Like, we had that cafe. Oh damn, thinking about that cafe though. They did have some pretty good sandwiches in the cafe. And then like, when we were closing down and we were like breaking down the whole store, and like, there was that like hidden cache of like bagels and cream cheese. Or it might have just been cream cheese. But there was like so much cream cheese. I ate so much cream cheese that like 3 days that was there. Yeah, speaking of cream cheese, tomorrow I'm gonna have to go out and do some grocery shopping, because on Sunday I was gonna plan to make some like jalapeno poppers. We'll see how that one goes. I would like to make the most of my time here on Nemeth Island to study the high-class resort from a variety of angles. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things they likely did not need that contributed to closure. Oh yeah. Like that on top of like all the numerous scandals and like poor financials. As someone who was like well tuned in to the downfall of Fry's, being a prior employee, I don't know how much I can speak on. I mean, they didn't really make me sign an NDA or anything, but from like people I've heard, it's always been like not paying vendors and shit, and like, I don't know, just a bunch of like random like bullshit here and there. I don't remember if I read this. That includes everything from facility maintenance and utilization of local resources to management methods and personnel training. So in other words, you're staking out the competition. Oh, not at all. I think this is a sheltered girl's personal effort to study the way of the world. Beside a notable point of interest, the villa is managed by a hotel group affiliated with Valis. So I imagine there's a plethora of knowledge to be gained here. Oh, I get what's going on. You're the prince's lowest sis, alright? That explains things. Valis had become more of a threat to Elsheim recently. Only makes sense to check out their operations from stern to stern. Man, she's every bit as shrewd as her brother. With that covered, what say we get started? Naturally, I hope to glean as much as I can from you two along the way as well. So please feel free to let me know if you notice any shortcomings on my part. I'm not sure how comfortable I'd feel finger-wagging a princess.
We'll try to toe the line as best we can.
With that, Van and Marielle accompanied Princess Zeta around Nemeth Island to gather information.
I see. Cuisine certainly does provide a window into what makes a location unique.
That's what I'm saying! Zeta gets it. That's why, like, my number one thing when I travel is food. Like, full stop. You have to try, like... You always have to try food you can get there and nowhere else. Even if, like, it's kind of mid. But that's, like, my big thing. Like, I eventually want to travel more, like, the States. I've only really been to, like, Utah and Nevada. And, I mean, growing up in California, it's kind of like... I feel like we have had a bit of everything. So, like, when I did have those, like, signature, like, dishes from those places, I was like, oh, I've had food like this before. So it's like, it does take a little bit of the magic out when you live somewhere where, like, there's kind of just all the food. But it's still important.
The pamphlet said you source some of your ingredients from the mainland. But any seafood, fruits, or other things that can be obtained on or near the island are gathered here instead. Yes, we strive to ensure that patrons are able to get a taste of the area, as it were. Locally grown, locally served. That's our creed. The idea is to provide our visitors with the full vacation experience.
And what an excellent creed it is. Elsheim could stand much to gain by following your example. I better jot this down. Would you mind if I use that little motto for one of our headlines?
Yeah, like, I don't remember if I talked about it before, but there was this place in Utah that I went to that I saw a bunch of times as reference being, like, one of the places you have to go and, like, have to try. I don't know if it's just, like, Utah tourism, like, propaganda, like, sneaking in or some shit, but, like, they were like, oh, you've got to try this place called Crown Burger, right? It was, like, a Utah-only chain, from my understanding. It's like a almost diner-like place. They did have a really, really good pineapple ice cream. But when I had the burger there, I was like, damn, wait. This is kind of exactly like the burger down my street. But, like, the thing about the burger I got in Utah and the thing about the burger down my street is that, like, they're wholly unique. Because I've never had a burger like the burger down my street. In the same way, I'm sure most people have never had the burger from Utah, so that kind of works. I was just kind of like, I was just kind of like blindsided by the fact I had the exact same thing like right down the street from me. It's kind of crazy. Almost like same theming too. Yeah, if you ever end up going to Utah, I would recommend Crown Burger. They do like pastrami and like burgers and stuff. I think my buddy got like a pastrami sandwich. And yeah, it was really, really good. I'd recommend it. Although I have no need to go because it is down my street, practically. I have the like California altar.
This beach is simply marvelous. I dare say it even rivals Whitehaven back in my homeland. Oh yeah, I think I've heard about that.
It's one of Alzheim's most famous tourist sites. They say the sand there's so white it's practically crystal clear.
Here's a crazy concept, a Chicago-style pizza in a restaurant named New York Pizza Depot. Chicago style. Now, are we talking tavern style or deep dish? As someone who has a friend that I help record for a Chicago podcast, I am like weirdly in tune with a few like Chicago things. Like, we're gonna record an episode about Malort on Sunday. Curious about that. Yeah, the Chicago style deep dish slices that are so big you need a fork and knife. Fork and knife mention Fortnite. Yeah, the Chicago deep dish. Deep dish, my beloved. It's got many haters, but I will fight for it every day.
Michelin even imported some of it to Crossbell to fill up its slice of the lakeside.
We heard about that. Yeah, I mean, I could totally understand not calling Chicago deep dish a pizza. Like, it's a pizza in my heart, but I totally understand it being considered a pie more than a pizza. Like, not every pizza is a pie, but wait, no, I'm thinking about it wrong. No, I had it right. Not every pizza is a pie, but no, that's fucked up. Not every pie is a pizza. I don't know where I'm going with it, but there is a reason why it's called pizza pie. My brain like short-circuited for a second.
Many consider Whitehaven to be the most beautiful beach in the world. It's an honor for us to be mentioned in the same breath. We conduct thorough cleanup and beautification efforts on these shores daily without exception. All of it is in service to the resort's ultimate goal, the comfort and pleasure of our guests.
Were you trying to say not every pie is a pizza? But yeah, I guess that's where I was going, but then it kind of contradicted what I said. So like it totally got fucked up in my brain. Yeah, not every pie is a pizza, but every pizza is a pie. But not every pizza is perceived as a pie. It needs that secret third line. The third important crucial line. Because I don't know how many people would sit and say like a tavern style pizza is a pie. I mean, I guess. No, every pizza is a pie. But some pizzas are more pie. Like the deep dish. If you're ever in Los Angeles, be sure to try out Masa, located in Echo Park. They are a deep dish place in Los Angeles. Not paid, by the way. I just really like that place. Also, Tony's Little Italy, but that's in like Anaheim. It's all like Southern California. I am completely oblivious to everything in Northern Cal. Need to go up there one day. Hear the clam chowder in like San Diego is really good. Yes, exactly. It's that exact argument. What's next? Every pizza is a quiche? I mean, every quiche is a pie. So every pizza is a quiche? But not every quiche is a pizza?
What a wonderful spirit of hospitality. You have my admiration.
Damn, didn't think you were serious about walking all this way.
It'd be a shame to limit these magnificent ruins to nothing more than a scenic drive, wouldn't you say? It's my opinion that ancient sites such as this can only be truly taken through an on-foot expedition.
Expedition mention!
I'm the same when it comes to a breaking story. Getting hands-on and seeing things with your own eyes makes my articles that much more vivid. Yes, that's precisely what I mean.
Pardon me, everyone, but monsters are known to prowl this area on occasion, so if we could proceed back to...
They're here already!
Oh, great. Stand back, ladies.
Oh, at last, a chance to see Mr. Arkwright in action. I can't miss a photo op like this. Give me your best side, Van.
And so, despite some bumps along the way, the trio made their way across the island, gathering material as they went. Towards the end, Teresa introduced them to one of the most coveted experiences on the island.
The parasailing?
Thus did Van, Marielle, and Zeta borrow a yacht and set sail offshore.
Damn, we got fucking far. I thought we were just gonna be like chilling in the bay.
The breeze feels great out here.
Well, watching, huh? This ought to be interesting. Just try not to drop your camera in the ocean.
I won't. What do you think I am, a kid? After all these shots I've snapped on our day out, I couldn't possibly leave my baby behind.
Whatever you say.
I look forward to seeing the pictures later.
So, Your Highness, we managed to cover all the stuff you wanted?
Yes, this excursion has taught me a great deal. Creating travel destinations that cater to their visitors' needs will make our tourism industry more internationally competitive. In order to realize this, strategic management and healthy exchanges with our neighboring nations are imperative. Valis seems to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of us in that regard. They certainly are a formidable adversary. Forgive me, I have a bad habit of thinking aloud sometimes.
Nah, get where you're coming from. It's easy to see why Sherry put so much faith in you. The way you tap into that natural curiosity of yours is to serve your homeland as a real asset.
Well, as I mentioned, there's still much about the world I've yet to grasp. But just as there are some roles only my brother can fulfill, the same can be said for myself. It is with the simple fact in mind that I do all in my power to support him in our princedom. Oh wow, that hit pretty deep, Your Highness. Now I'm extra pumped to spot myself a whale. It'll strike a real chord with our readers if I can include it in my piece on Nemeth Island. I'm sure it would, though to my understanding they can be rather difficult to come across.
They ain't called phantom whales for nothing. From what I hear, the weather's been keeping them away for months. I guess we'll have to bank on your luck driving them away. Or our way.
What, my luck?
Who else would I be talking about? How many times have you tumbled headfirst into danger, only to roll out on the other side unscathed?
Is it truly so common? It's a miracle I'm still in one piece. Honestly, I'd call it more of a curse than any...
You okay?
Oh, sorry. This just reminded me of something Dingo told me back when we were working together.
Dingo flashback.
Huh. Your luck is a gift most reporters would give anything for. But in our line of work, what matters most is building up a foundation that doesn't rely on chance. Don't count on making it big off one scoop. Instead, train your senses, one step at a time. That way, down the line, you'll have the tools to close that gap on whatever it is you really want. You said all that, huh?
I've heard of the man, albeit only through hearsay. That must be a very precious memory to you. It is. All of his little words of wisdom made me who I am today. I just hope I've managed to get a little closer to being the kind of person he was.
You know as well as I do that you've got a long way to go.
Tell me about it, but that won't stop me from soldiering on. Just you wait, Dingo. I'll get there someday. No flukes required. Sooner or later, I'm gonna catch up to you.
I'm waiting for the fucking, what is it called? The dashes? And the camera to go straight into the ocean? What? Is that the fucking Yeast Nordics whale? Oh, that's such a dog water shot unless she has a crazy hip fire on the camera. Like, No focus. No focus. At like the height of the railing. And that's probably like, you know what? That works. That probably looks like maybe like a 35mm lens. It's gonna be like the blurriest photo of a whale ever. Some fucking Bigfoot ass shot.
Holy.
Was that a phantom whale just now? Such grandeur, such majesty. What a positively phenomenal sight. Well, Miss Ayame, did you manage to capture it on film? Darn it, I think I was so flabbergasted that... No, wait, I actually did get it. I must have accidentally pressed the button. Wow, the composition is perfect and it's totally in focus.
Nah, fuck off with that. That's crazy.
Way to go, me.
So much for not relying on luck.
Oh, come on, no need to rain in my parade.
Oh, shit. Wait. wait, what do we do now?
Looks like the Wheel of Fortune's turning the other way this time.
You mean to say the engine's out of order? It wasn't my fault, I swear. More importantly, how are we supposed to get back to shore?
Swim?
The spot's out of comm range, so we'll just have to wait for somebody to come save us.
You're joking. Now, in a certain sense, setbacks like these are what make traveling such a thrill.
Weeks later.
Najee, having realized something was amiss, flew the Haravad out to rescue the group soon after. Van, Zeta, and Marielle then returned to Nemeth Island, feeling strangely uplifted.
You're always helping me out, so I promise I'll pay you back 100-fold. I've got to return the favor for all the times you gave me advice in the past.
I'm happy to have gotten to know you a little better, Van. If you would be so kind, I would be pleased if you looked after my brother and Najee in the future.
We could like finish all of Zeta's like shit here, huh? That's probably like the intention. We will not be doing that. That was not as good as the Elaine Chizuna, but I did like the callback to Dingo. I feel like that was a nice like emotional touch to do with Marielle there. Alright, and last up. Okay, still the very best one has been Reset and Catra. Like right now it's like Reset and Catra. There wasn't really much to happen in the Nadia and Swin one, but it was still fun. I think the fact that they got so many people involved in this one was kind of like pretty good too. So I'm glad I did this one. And now for what might be the best of the last three. Van and the group decided to take a break from their island stroll and just enjoy some time to themselves. She's gaming.
There, that takes care of the equipment. Hello, Albert. Sorry to bother you on your day off. Would you mind checking with the dead about those documents from our last meeting and transferring them my way? Much appreciated. There'll be a souvenir with your name on it when I get back. Oh, almost forgot. I need to send that vendor an orb mail. May as well take this opportunity to draft up a schedule for the guest of honor too.
Yo, she needs to get off the fucking laptop and chill.
I see the problem.
Do you think this plan will actually work?
Depends on how well you play your cards. There you are, Ren.
Hello, Van. Yes, to what do I owe the pleasure? Well, we were just wondering if you'd like to come to the beach with us. It's not every day we get to spend time together at a resort after all. Much as I appreciate the sentiment, I still have a few pending tasks on my plate. But perhaps I can make room for some afternoon tea. None of that work has to be finished right this second, does it? If it absolutely needs doing, I'd be happy to help later. But it'd mean a lot to me if you joined us. Oh, very well. I can afford to take a breather.
Did anyone else point out she kind of got that Danganronpa fit? Does she? We've never played, but that's one of those like games I want to play. Also support their new game. The new studio requires support. We need everyone to buy the game today. What was it, like 100 line defense? Game check. Yeah, the 100 line. We need to hop on. Everyone needs to hop on. We cannot let it fail. Not before I get a chance to play and get really invested.
Oh, very well. I can afford to take a breather.
Then it's settled. Let's get changed and meet up over at the beach.
You're playing that after Claire Obscure? Nice, nice.
Beach volleyball. It's been an age and a half.
What, you got experience?
A Michelin back in Crossbow, yes. I played with the family that I'm acquainted with.
Acquainted is all you're gonna say about them? Wait. Did they? She went with the Brights, right? I forget who she played with.
They had their little...
Oh, shit, right, okay. She's talking about... Okay.
They had their little boy, Colin, with them at the time, so I wouldn't consider it a serious bout. In fact, it almost feels as though Anya's proposed this idea in hopes of stoking that particular memory. Me? I was just thinking it'd be a nice way to unwind.
She also figured you could channel all your pent-up stress into the game, you know, from leading the student council and all.
I never said that. It's funny, I'd consider my work on the slimmer side compared to a certain part-time job of yours, Anya's. I even get to hold tea parties on a regular basis, complete with all the sweet treats I can stomach.
Sweet treats? You'll ever need an advisor? I mean, we already got you out in the sand, so there's no worming your way out of this.
I suppose a bit of recreation won't hurt, but I am getting changed and heading back right afterward.
Excuse me.
At any rate, unless you fancy trading off 1 versus 1, we're still a player short.
Who's filling in the gap?
And perhaps I can fill in the gap.
Oh, shit! Alright, it's already the best.
The golden butterfly.
Hold the phone. I was thinking we could look around for the perfect fourth.
And you found her. I know a good time when I see one. Plus, it isn't often that I have the opportunity to get the better of Ren. A bit early to be gloating. Have you ever considered the possibility you might lose? And here I was hoping to keep this simple.
Hey, surprises are the spice of life, right? Well, come on, let's split into teams.
After taking into account each participant's general level of athleticism and experience with the sport, it was decided that Van and Ren would face off against Agnes and Lucretia. I feel like Agnes is getting the short end of the stick here, right? Because, like, we got Van, who's got, like... I don't know, he's just built, right? He's built. He's got that Spriggan history. He's got, like, that dog in him, right? We got Ren, previously the Angel of Slaughter. Lucretia, the Golden Butterfly. And then Agnes, the Ramus student. I think Lucretia is like the most like cracked out volleyball player known to man, or like Agnes is like low key like sleeper like on like varsity like 10-time world championship volleyball.
This isn't exactly how I thought we'd pair up. Oh, it seems well balanced to me, all things considered. Or are you saying you'd wish to be partnered with Mr. Arkwright instead? Sorry, Agnes, I didn't mean to steal him away from you. He isn't mine to begin with.
Our plan's going a little off course, but no big deal. If we're going through with this, we might as well make a competition out of it. How about this? The losing team has to do any one thing the winning team says.
I'm staring. Why is like Okay, why is Ren stanced up? What is that stance? Like, that is such a weird stance from Ren. What is she doing? She's got that fucking like, she's got that fucking Shia LaBeouf like, do it, just do it. Oh, this should have been a volleyball. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I believe it.
Oh, a little thrill to raise the stakes. I like it. The idea of having you and Ren at my whim is tantalizing indeed. I could say much of the same in reverse, though I doubt it would teach you any lessons. That said, I'm not so sure if I'm not just sure if that's Agnes's idea of a reward. No need to worry for my sake, Ren. I don't plan on taking this game lightly. Oh, if you insist. Guess we'll just have to go all in out there, won't we, Van?
Agnes about to fucking freak it.
Rein it back a little, will ya?
We can't let them beat us, Lucretia. But aren't you eager? Shall we then?
And so the beach volleyball match began. While lighthearted to start, things gradually heated up as the game progressed.
Oop!
Yeah. Oh no, my angle was off.
The fucking spike on this girl! Damn, even Van, right?
That was one hell of a spike.
Impressive as ever, Retzi. It was my partner who set me up for success. Not the liability you had hoped she'd be, Thanks for the save. Take this! Just barely out of bounds, a pity.
No worries, just shake it off.
Ew, we're on track to win this set thanks to you, Lucretia. I guess even Ren makes mistakes once in a while. Why, naturally. This may not be her first foray on the court, but she hasn't quite found her rhythm. I don't think we'll have such a smooth go of it from here on, though. What makes you say that? You see now, on to the next serve.
Agnes and Lucretia proceeded to take the first set. The tide, however, began to shift in the second. Take the shot!
How you like this? Huh? I told you as much, no?
It's like a hot second for you to get in the groove.
Now that I have a better feel for this, it's time to mount a comeback. It's like we're playing against a totally different person. There is a reason to call her a genius. Given the time, she can adapt to any situation or environment. I imagine she spent the first set observing me until she figured out my every move. So being a true genius goes beyond smarts alone. Ren's even more amazing than I already gave her credit for. That said... Oh, sorry, I was just thinking that I shouldn't place all the burden of winning on you. I'm going to dig deep and do my part too. That's the spirit, darling.
And there, Ren, who was now at full strength, kept Lucretia in check, allowing her and Van to take the second set. With that, the game carried on to the third. Here we go, last set out of 3.
I guess we better start brainstorming a penalty for them. You haven't won yet. Let's make this one to remember, shall we?
Both teams played with intense fervor, neither side letting up for a moment as the match entered its final phase. Eventually, everything came down to one final point.
Yo, we got Haikyuu. We got Haikyuu in trails.
And then... this is it!
Yo!
Whoops.
We've been had.
15-14. The victory is ours.
Again, Lucretia, I foam at the mouth. That leg thing. That leg thing got me kneeling.
You had me fooled at the end there. I didn't even notice Anya's going for the spike. Especially when you've been building your plays around Retzi the whole match. The young lady here thought if I drew your attention, she could take you by surprise at the last minute. Though it was still a complete gamble as to whether or not I could actually pull it off.
Anya's better than Ouroboros. They need to train them better. Anya's got that sleeper tactician mind. She pulled some shit like Haku would do.
I just figured there was no way we could beat you two head on.
Color me impressed.
Apparently, working for a Spriggan has made you rather crafty. Well, the winner gets to give the losers one command, so don't be shy, let's hear it. I'll do whatever you ask, so long as it isn't anything that'll hurt our friendship down the line. It was your strategy that won the game. Why don't you do the honors for both of us? I appreciate that. Here goes then. Ren, I order you to divvy up more of your student council duties with the rest of us. Huh? You're always so preoccupied with getting everything done yourself. Yes, it's important to prepare for the upcoming festival, but even here on the island, you've been working remotely. Guilty as charged. I know you're a genius who can do whatever she sets her mind to. You tackle everything single-handedly, academic or otherwise. Even during that ordeal at Aramis, you were there to back us up. But Adet, Albert, and I are members of the student council too. You don't have to shoulder it all on your own. Supporting you is what we're there for. So please, try to lean on us a little more, okay? Yes. Now I see. So that's why you invited me out here to play volleyball with you.
Can you blame her? Might just be a game, but she was hard-pressed getting you to take her seriously otherwise. The Golden Butterfly wasn't part of the plan, but it did make for a better match in the end. But now I wonder if you only squeezed yourself in because you knew what we were up to.
Why, I haven't a clue what you mean. Thank you, all of you. Orders are orders. I promise to share more of my responsibilities with the rest of the student council from now on. Just don't change your tune when the work piles up to your ears. Oh, Ren, I wouldn't have it any other way. I really do need to look into what that old goat is plotting, though.
After ensuring that Ren took some extra time to relax, Van and Anius regrouped with the others and resumed their investigation.
Dear me, if I'm causing you to worry that much, Agnes, then I must be slipping. You and Van have my thanks. And I suppose Retzi does as well.
I've always wanted to help lift some of the burden from Ren's shoulders. I guess this goes to show that I've grown since I started working at Arkwright Solutions.
Good stuff. I like that one. I was right. That's the one I'm going to commit to. We're going to stay with that. I'm happy with that. Now, like... How are we going to numbers max the rest? I think I might numbers max the rest. Let's see. List of people involved. That's cool that they have this. So Agnes is kind of the closest. We should probably prioritize some events with her. After that, oh, Aaron's also close to 2-star too. I feel like we just have to take Aaron on another parasailing. Maybe he'd appreciate it. Also Shizuna. Oh, you know what? Shizuna and Agnes is a weird combo, but... Wait, hold on. Let me look at that again. Because they're both 25. It would take... Oh, man. That's such a whack-ass number. Because the parasailing gives us 20, and the car driving gives us 10. Oh, so the most optimal way to do this would be to put them both in a car. And then we could parasail with both of them. Agnes, Shizuna.
This feels so refreshing and exciting, even if it's far from the first time we've ridden together. So we're going roofless, huh? That'll make things interesting if a monster attacks.
You two all nice and seated? Let's get this tour on the road.
I feel like Chizuna and Agnes don't really have
Please drive safely.
too many moments together that I can think of.
We're fucking flooring it! The president's gonna be sad!
The weather is so nice. This is so much fun.
Yeah, Nichizuna's in the front instead.
Sure has a lot of places to see.
It sure is quiet around here.
Ignore the crash.
Looks like this place is pretty well maintained.
This turn feels weird though.
Got a little carried away.
I don't know if this is the route they want me to take.
Wow. It's easy to tell this place has a long history.
How funny would it be if they kept the monsters and like you could just like roadkill? You get a little extra sepith for like hitting some creatures on the road.
Nice to just kick back by the shore sometimes. I think we've seen just about everything. Oh, crap. I didn't scratch the paint job.
Vroom vroom. What if I like hit Van's car? It'd be funny if there was like optional dialogue for that.
That made for a nice drive.
Next time, I want to try my hand at the wheel.
From there, Van and his companions wrapped up the little diversion. They use. All right, here we go. We'll hang out with Agnes first.
Parasailing? Airships are one thing, but I'm a little hesitant about dangling in the sky from a single rope.
I get what you're coming from. Or I get where you're coming from, but they wouldn't have okayed this without making the proper safety checks. Don't feel pressure to go if it's got you nervous, though.
And waste the opportunity? It's alright. Having you next to me should make it less nerve-wracking.
Let's get ourselves seated then.
Let's take to the skies!
Oh, okay.
Room room. I heard we're set down there.
Woo-hoo!
Oh, look! Fairy's waving to us!
Sun's pretty damn gorgeous, ain't it?
The seagulls are flying here too!
I'll let it play out.
It's like we're walking on air.
Although Van is saying the same things, I think.
The wind sure feels nice, doesn't it?
Now Agnes blush.
Wow, the sea is so beautiful.
This is really slow though, thinking about it. We're in turbo mode.
I wish we could fly up here forever.
Until we turn and get fucking like 30 Gs of force.
That was one hell of a ride.
My heart was really racing up there. In more ways than one.
From there, Van and his companions wrapped up their little diversion and returned to what they were doing before. Yep, that's good. Alright, Chizuna. Most of the dialogue are similar only. Hop on, and then we get to go with Aaron another time. Gotta say, I'm shocked you invited me along, Van.
You'd never let me hear the end of it if I didn't.
Parasailing though, huh? Can't say I've ever been.
You got this look on your face that screams, but I have parachuted down into combat before.
That'd be half right. I did get dropped into combat, but there weren't any parachutes involved.
Bro, she hit the fucking like hero, the hero pose as she hit the ground type shit.
So what, he went in free falling? Or was there some kind of special shinobi equipment he used?
Third guess is the charm. Now come on, the fun's awaiting.
Let's take to the skies!
I am stoked for this.
Noom.
Holy...
I kind of want to go higher. Can we do that? Now I know why they call it the open sea.
Okay.
Wow, this is pretty cool.
Something about this makes me feel like
The
she's in this
water's so
board.
shiny and sparkly.
It's like we're walking on air.
I feel like I'm one with the wind. This could make for good training.
That was one hell of a ride!
Yeah, that was really fun.
There, Van. Yep. All good. And then we can hang out with Aaron one more time. Hey, Aaron, I know we got on this already, but do you want to go again?
Alright, sit your ass down before I ditch ya. If you're hooked, you can just say so.
Oh, they have fucking second dialogue too? That's so good.
Hang on tight!
Sure. I'll kill some time with you. Let's see how fast we can go. Man, that breeze feels awesome. I bet this could work in Longport too.
This is a little like I do see the repetitive
This is
nature
what I'm
of it.
talking about.
You doing okay?
Fine, I'll admit it. That was actually kind of fun.
Alrighty, now we don't get anything for that? Say it ain't so! Man. What's our playtime at? 56:37? 56:36? I think that's before I used the Aaron drive. That sucks. Okay. In that case, we could go on more drives. Really like split the reputation up. Yeah, the parasailing dialogue's fun. So, who have we not taken? I'm curious about, I guess this is more curiosity now. It feels weird to take Nadia or Swin. We cannot separate the two. We need to have a moment with Elaine, I think. I really didn't come here to fool around like this.
Lighten up. This will be a good chance to get the lay of the land from up high. Going around on foot won't give you that. Can't say it's not worth it, right?
Oh, honestly, you always did have a way of talking people into things. Very well then, I'll come along.
Let's take to the skies!
Right. I think I might enjoy this. What a nice view! I never realized the ocean could be so beautiful.
Something about the fact that like Van's just like no respawns, dono walling.
It's like we're walking on air.
This thing tends to wobble a little, doesn't it?
Whew, heck of a view.
The wind is quite strong. This is kind of refreshing, actually.
You doing okay?
I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
Hey, you can hear the awkwardness. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. All right. We have 3 more of these. I think we should maybe use the car. And then front seat is always the first pick. So front seat will take... Did I already drive with Reset? I hope I didn't. We could just do another Reset Catra.
Such a clear and sunny day as this makes for an ideal driving weather. Going around by convertible will be a nice way to see everything Nemeth has to offer.
You two all nice and seated?
All right, let's punch it.
I'll be happy to switch out at any time, should you so wish.
I stare.
The waves are so peaceful. Just watching them makes me feel so calm.
It sure is quiet around here.
They should have done...
Man, this feels great.
They should have done what Reverie did. And like, for whatever reason, included a VR option for this driving section.
Are those Animist ruins?
Damn it!
What a lovely little pond.
I think we've seen just about everything.
Oh dear. The sun is really beating down today. Would you care for something to drink, Mr. Silesian?
Yes, please. You're always so thoughtful, Reset.
Let's put the pedal to the metal.
Meow.
That made for a nice drive.
There was more to see than I expected.
Good, good. Next, we'll take... So we already took Nina and Judith, if I recall. What about... And we also went with Agnes and Chizuna. What's like a weirdo combo? It leaves only a few people. What if we do like... I mean, yeah, let's just do Nadia and Twin.
Rev up that engine. Me and S have a romantic road trip to make.
If I didn't know any better, I think you forgot that this is a part of our reconnaissance. You two all nice and seated?
All right, let's punch it.
And away we go!
Damn it!
Ooh, this is perfect picnicking weather.
They're not even like looking at what's ahead of us. It's just they're staring at Van, driving like a fucking freak.
It's deserted.
The moment Adios turns out the lights, I'm gonna hit the hay.
Ah, man, this feels great. Those sure are some big ruins.
Yo, the picnicking club stare.
The watering hole. Got a nice feel to it.
I think we've seen just about everything.
After we get our first house, we totes gotta save up for a car. Hey, are you listening to me, S?
Oh, yeah. I guess it would make our work a lot easier.
Damn it!
I'm looking for the road. Here it is.
That made for a nice drive.
Not a bad way to get familiar with the island.
Alright, one last one. Who did we exclude from all this? We've hung out with Agnes, Fairy, Aaron, Reset, Catra, Judith, Twin, Nadia, Elaine. I don't know if I got in the car with Elaine. Elaine And oh, we haven't hang out with Elaine and Ren. And there's also Zeta and Marielle. Elaine and Ren is a good pick.
This island may be uninhabited, but do try to keep that lead foot of yours reined in. A cruise around the resort? What a perfect little scenario. I have high hopes for this.
It's all nice and seated. Let's get this tour on the road.
All right, let's punch it.
Very well, driver. Shall we be off?
Crap. I didn't scratch the paint job.
Elaine looks so fucking done with it. Look at her face.
What a lovely breeze. An abandoned church. So quiet.
I can feel my heart racing already.
Let's put the pedal to the metal.
If there is a driving section later in the game, that'd be pretty cool.
These prehistoric ruins have held up remarkably well.
Something swaying, the wind is swaying. Have I hit something?
I wish I brought more books along.
I think we've seen just about everything.
Not staring. The demons have not won. Also, oh, what the fuck? I didn't know I could get out. What if we just leave the car? Can we do that?
Why don't we get back on the road?
Okay, we can't. Why did they even let you get out?
Damn it! That made for a nice drive.
I hope we can do this again sometime.
All right. Are we good? I think we're good. Because the gate over here hasn't opened,
Very
right?
well.
Sure, let's go.
Understood.
Such a long walk. I can teleport. All of like 2 inches there. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
Opening planner.
It's time! And my estimate was pretty close. 2 to 3 hours? It was indeed 2 hours, almost on the dot. Van's group returned to the villa and shared what they learned with the others while on break.
So in other words, we've yet to find any leads, surefire or not. Yeah, and we went over this place with a fine-tooth comb.
Excuse me.
That all said, something about this place stinks. Just haven't sniffed out the source of the stench yet. It's definitely odd that our elusive owner invited us all here, only to never show his face.
Well, it's not like we're in any rush to meet him. I can't imagine he's invited us here to just give us a relaxing vacation. Doubtful. He's definitely hatching a plot, and nothing good ever comes from that.
Then that's all the more reason to stay on alert. I just want to let loose and shoot the shit, man. Is that too much to ask? It'd be a good idea to think about how we want to spend our time from tomorrow on.
Oh, another airliner's coming in.
Aldra? Is that an anagram?
I believe that's the last flight scheduled for today. Considering we're in off-season right now, I doubt there are many passengers on board.
Hold the phone. Is that who I think it is?
That's one of Marduk's airships. No way! Wait a minute, who's that on the deck of that boat?
What's going on? They found her! Kurogane looking menacing as always.
Thanks for the help, Kurogane. Everything work out okay?
Yes. I've already made contact with our main unit. Also, I have a message from the matron.
What a dull-ass hunk of rock. Why in hell's name would he hole up here?
Perhaps this is merely a misdirection on his part.
Kasim!
Even those Dominions tagged along.
Damn, we really got everyone.
Didn't think we'd be running into each other again so soon.
So you came, as I anticipated.
I assume you were drawn here because of that intel.
I'm only here because of the risk management AI's assessment. The general manager requested I fly to this island post-haste. I believe the others are here to assess the threat as well.
Sure as hell didn't expect to find you guys here.
The same goes for the vice captain. Who would have thought we'd be sitting shoulder to shoulder on the heels of that dreadful little squabble?
Damn, even these guys. I forget their name, the Papal Guard?
I have no quarrel with you at present. There's a time and a place for grudges.
That's our line, bucko.
Oh, so these are the people they were telling us about. Sounds like everyone has their own reasons for being here.
They're probably after the fragments or the island's owner.
I'm surprised some of them would even dare to show their faces here, though.
Oh, shit!
Wait.
Damn Spriggan and his brats are
How did
here!
they saw?
What the hell's going on?
How come it's just Rosalie who has this problem? This is the second time in the dialogue where, like, she has said something and it's just said, oh.
The chaos in Longport tapered off much sooner than I predicted. I suppose we have the Liu family to thank for that.
So, you bastard!
Stab him and throw him in the water.
Stay your tongue, boy. Neither words nor action can change what's past. Save your breath and spare us your misplaced ire.
Calm down. Don't let him get to you.
I mean, if we kill Sao, the only people who might be sad is, like, Ashen. Everyone else might be like good riddance.
It looks like the prominent players have arrived.
Gathering us all here was likely part of the owner's plan.
Only Adios knows why, though. Unless those two know something we don't.
Hell no. There ain't a man in all of Zemuria who knows what goes on in that crazy bastard's head.
However, he did say you would likely be here. At least now we can finally settle matters between us.
We'll just see how things play out. Either way, this will make for quite the interesting little vacation.
Afterwards, the courtesy car drivers took the newest arrivals back to the villa. However, there were now more guests than there were rooms. Who's bunking with us? After talking things over with the manager, Katra agreed to room with Zemuria, and Judith shared a room with Nina. Damn, but everyone else has their own room? Phew, that sure was a hassle, but I think we finally got it all sorted out. Still, can't believe we had that many people show up all at once. Just what the hell was that nut job up to? Guess milling it over now won't really solve anything. If he's gonna make a move, he'll do it tomorrow. We can work out what our next play is in the morning. Something definitely smells off though. Maybe I should take another look around the island before hitting the sack. Time to remove all the costumes now? Will do. Thank you for the reminder. Aaron can keep it. I think Aaron can keep the swimsuit with the top. I don't know what it is about it, but it's like already pretty similar to this in my mind, you know? He can stay like this. Goodbye, reset. Goodbye, demon mode reset. Goodbye, demon mode Judith. Did I have anything else on him? I feel like I had something on him. I don't remember what it was at this point, though. He might have just been rocking it. Oh, you know what? Before I had him in this, that's why. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We have nothing on Van. I think we should put these back on Agnes, though. I like the look of these sunglasses. And we should probably take these glasses off of Fairy. No longer in sport mode. Now in normie mode. I forget what glasses I had her wear before. Was it the... I think it was these ones. That sun visor really fits Reset. I think it's just all the blue. Yeah, we'll keep all that. We'll keep all that normal. We're good. Finally some clean bed sheets and blankets. I gotta hop on that too. My dog did the unfortunate thing and took some food up onto my bed. So I have to do some cleaning tonight.
Gotta keep this up. Rank up. Damn, that's pretty generous.
15 per. What's 50% of 15? 7? Rounded, right? Rounded down, maybe? I don't know. That's not how rounding works. I was wondering if that belt works with the headband. If we get like 15 per turn along with the 50%. Nah. Not too important since we can't really ask craft spam. Do feel free to make use of the complimentary toiletries provided in each room when taking a bath. I used to work at a luxury hotel and even I was surprised at how pricey all the products are. No doubt you'll be satisfied with the selection as well. Excuse me, you locked the bathroom in my room. Huh, no one's upstairs. Nobody's in their rooms? This is making me want to go to a hotel. It's been a long time since I've like traveled. And as a travel head, we need to save up money and travel.
Huh. New activities.
Oh, fuck me. I didn't look at that. The housekeeping goes on. What do they have us doing now?
What's next?
Fairy's training. Actress's invitation. A moonlit lake. What activities do they have available at night here? Oh, we can drink? What's upstairs? Oh, pretty sure this is Walter and Towson's room. I feel kind of bad that Towson has to share a room with that guy. Wait, I hear voices. And is that someone crying? Why? Why me? My horrible luck finally makes sense. It's all because I've been cursed. It's gotta be Towson. Sounds like he's not in the best mood either. Maybe I should pop in real quick to check on him. Hey there, sorry for barging in. Spriggan, what are you doing here? Oh, nothing, just thought I heard some blubber in their eyes out and figured I should look into it. I don't remember Walter's that bad, huh? I wasn't blubbering. Do I look like the blubbering type to you? And while I certainly am not pleased to share a space with that brute, there are far more concerning matters on my plate at the moment. Okay then, lay it on me. What's the problem? There's this reporter named Marielle. You know, the one who was taking pictures for tourists earlier today? Yeah, I know her. Looks like she was giving them away too.
Well, a little while ago, I received a few pictures of my own from her. That's when I saw it. A strange white shadow hovering over me. Oh, brother. That's what's got you worked up. Hey, this is a big deal, all right? Here, see for yourself.
That just looks like a development error.
Oh, there really is something there. This is taken out in front of the abandoned church, right? Wonder what that haze is. See? I told you there was something strange going on! It must be a ghost, and it's been haunting me this whole time! Well, at least you got a pretty cool picture out of it. How can you be so blasé about this? This is evidence of paranormal activity! Ghost caught on camera! Even modern science hasn't been able to provide proof of the afterlife. How are you not absolutely petrified? I don't know what to tell you. If the higher elements are at work here, I wouldn't be surprised that a place like that was teamed with ghostly-looking monsters.
Okay, but we know there's ghosts, right? Like, we fought ghosts.
There's lots of stuff that can't be explained with science. Doesn't mean you're being haunted. Ugh, you must take me for a fool. I should have known you wouldn't understand. First I had to deal with that horrible incident in Basel last year. Then I lost my job, and now I can't even take a proper vacation. I'm positive it's all because of this evil spirit. There's simply no other explanation. As long as it's got its claws in me, my life will be filled with nothing but misfortune. How will I ever rid myself of this horrible affliction? Look, if you're that scared, why don't you try and figure out what that white blob actually is? Sure, it looks like a ghost, but maybe it's just like when people see celebrities in their toast or something. I suppose the unknown is sometimes more scarier than the truth. But how do you suggest we investigate the identity of a ghost? The very idea is ridiculous. Actually, I think there might be a few people on this island that know a thing or two about spirits. Plus, I'd hate to leave him like this. If I ignore it all, he might just become even more of a headache. Should I help him get to the bottom of this ghost business?
Of course.
How about this? I'll figure out what's going on with this ghost thing as long as you put in a formal request. Request? Oh, you must mean your Force Brigands. As luck would have it, I know some people on the island right now who could be considered paranormal specialists. With their help, I'll be able to figure out the truth behind your little ghost problem. And hey, if it really is a ghost, all we have to do is exorcise it. I figure that'd be a lot more constructive than just sitting here freaking out about it anyways. As much as your skepticism irks me to no end, you do make a good point. Fine, I formally request your services. Although I'm not sure how far I can trust these specialists of yours. Yes, it's a deal. In that case, mind if I borrow that picture? Gladly. In fact, I'd rather you have it anyways. Alright then, I'll get back to you after I talk to Marielle and the others. Actually, I might even have them come by, give you a once-over too. Just wait here for now. Of course, but make sure you're quick about it. Well, I guess I should go find Marielle then. Might be a good idea to talk to someone familiar with the island too. Maybe the villa manager? Could also ask the grouse trader for help. Although I don't think Celos was ever all that good at the whole clairvoyance thing. Should probably just stick to hitting up her partner. Then there's Shizuna. I think she mentioned something about having spiritual powers back when Mare possessed Yume. Might be useful. I'm sure at least one of them is capable of clearing this mess up.
Well, we're on the clock now.
Do we get a choice? If we get a choice and there's like multiple outcomes for this, that's pretty cool. Also, I think it's about time for a hydration check. I have been out of water for a while. I lied, the ice melted. I'm good.
We're offering a cocktail making workshop here as a nighttime activity. This is your chance to create your own original drink. Why not invite somebody to join you?
Huh. Neat. We'll come back to that.
Did you guys eat dinner already? All the food was pretty good, but I thought the seafood entrees were the best. Yeah, totally. Their flavors were out of this world. You think we could get them to cook all the fish we caught too?
Sounds like you guys hit the jackpot yesterday.
We sure did. Makino and Kyle's coolers were practically full to bursting. The fish just weren't biting for me, though. You win some, you lose some, I guess. Yeah, but you still hooked a pretty big one at the end. I don't think I've ever seen that species before. Even Kyle got a little jealous. There's a reason he's still out there. Anyways, there's no way I'll let you two get one over me. Just you wait. I'll catch myself a real monster one of these days.
I'd probably feel the same in his shoes.
Well, it wasn't easy, that's for sure. Kyle's gonna have a long night ahead of him if he wants to outdo me. Here, take these, just in case you want to do some night fishing yourself. These guys are so nice, always giving me fish bait.
Also, do y'all see what's up with the window? Why is it like that? And the weird thing is, it's only like that in OBS. It looks different. It looks different on my monitor. Hold on. Is it my monitor? Does OBS look different here? What? Okay, y'all gotta tell me. I'm curious. When I make the window small, it becomes one big black dot. But when I make it bigger, it becomes multiple smaller dots that are still kind of too big. Is that on stream too, or is that just my OBS? See no changes? Okay, it's probably my OBS. Good to know. Yeah, like, hold on. Maybe, let me do this. Okay, so it doesn't look like this, right? For reference. Because that's weird. It doesn't. Okay. I don't know what's up with OBS then, but I'm glad it doesn't look like that. Because like it kind of took me out of it when I like looked to my left and saw the window was like peppered in like a weird pattern.
Thanks, you guys are always giving us freebies. Kind of makes me feel bad.
It's no big deal. We gotta take care of our anglers in arms after all. Hanging around Peaceful Island, delicious food, cap it off with a fluffy bed. Okay. Kyle may look cool and collected, but he's actually crazy competitive. And we're gonna like speed through some of these conversations, or else we're gonna be here all night. These fuckers. They should know who they're sitting with. Sal's a freak.
Perfect timing, man. Why don't you join us for a glass or two? Indeed, you'd be more than welcome. More than a welcome addition. It's an honor to be invited in all your highness, but I ain't exactly on drinking buddy terms with the whole table here. Oh, now you needn't be so circumspect over a bit of idle conversation. Speaking of which, it would seem that Alzheimer's Enterprise has been making efforts to expand into the Republic. This will likely lead to competition with valid space companies over the same market share. Perhaps you'd be willing to accept our help in this matter. I believe we could be of much use to you. Borrowing the aid of the Kowloon Group is about the most reliable choice we can make. Well, I'll have to keep a close eye on what the newly formed Lee family is capable of from here on. Meticulous as always, Your Highness. Incidentally, the Marduk Company's performance the past year was quite the sight to behold. Using AI for crisis management is something our principality seeks to emulate, to say nothing of the high mobility security force you lead. You flatter us. In truth, we are merely adhering to Marduk systems. If you have had an interest in our company's affairs, I can arrange for a meeting with our general manager. Still on guard, are we? But yes, I do feel that a formal discussion would be worth having. No offense, been shared, but you couldn't pay me enough to join the mutual interrogation behind these poker faces. Our host is devising something very bold indeed, gathering such disparate personages to Nemeth Island. In the end, will the Lee family prove a blessing or a curse for Heiwei? Only time will tell. Curse. Curse. Easily a curse. Fuck you. Shared. It would appear Zeta has been expanding her social circle ever since we arrived. That girl has a promising future ahead. I almost shudder to think of it. Seeing who exactly is gathered on Nemeth only confirms that Marduk made the right call sending us here. You do well to tread carefully, man.
Random thought, but we've got the makings of a real dream team here. The three of us together? I'm not sure I see it. The Golden Butterfly can use her screw the rules skill to cut through space and warp us into buildings. Then Grimcat can use her style and thief techniques to snatch the objective. That way we can burglarize any place we want, no matter how tight their security is. And where do you fit into this? I'll be the one in charge of holding our plunder up high on the rooftop and cackling hysterically. At least pick something that'll help with the heist. Wait, why am I even playing along with this loosey-goosey trio? But I thought loosey-goosey was Grimcat's whole deal. Since when? Personally, I find the idea quite interesting, or amusing. Such a thing could stoke Blue Blanc's competitive spirit enough to spur him into sending a rite of challenge.
Blue Blanc mention! Bring him back! Bring back my homie.
Blue Blanc? Wait, you mean Phantom Thief B? Oh, now we're talking. This isn't something to be excited about. I'm trying to dig up some intel on the enemy.
What, from the Golden Butterfly?
Yep, I used every nonviolent interrogation technique in the book, but turns out she's a tough nut to crack. She should just stop wasting my time and tell us what hole that old man is hiding in already.
Yeah, I doubt she'll let the cat out of the bag that easily. Also, you do know she's like 5 reg away from me, right?
Oh, I know she can hear me. I'm trying the passive-aggressive route now.
Yeah, good luck with that.
How old is Lucretia? Do we know? Can I know? I want to know. Lucretia, the Golden Butterfly. Age 30. Guys. 30.
Yet exactly as amusing as the professor made you out to be. Why, we're practically co-workers, once or twice removed. You just had to go there, didn't you? Excuse me if I don't like the idea of palling around with the right hand of the garden's deadbeat dad. My, such biting words.
They certainly have some history between them, but it looks like they might be able to get along. Maybe.
I sat on these two in case sparks started flying, but the vibe turned out to be a little more mellow than I expected. They're actually on pretty similar wavelengths, weirdly enough.
Now, if I recall, Judith was like 24 or 25, right? Judith, age check. We crumbled to dust. Judith is 23. It was Van that was like 25. Van is the oldest of the team besides Bearguard. Where's my man? Where's Grandpa? Grandpa should have been on this vacation too. Just taking a look at some of these teams, these pairings.
I've been wondering for some time now, but what exactly is the story behind your attire? Ah, no need for alarm. This is merely a special effects costume. Costume? I see. Forgive my wariness. Special effects, you said. How very intriguing. The design incorporates elements from Eastern folklore, but with a modern twist throughout. Moreover, the details weathering on the surface evoke the wear and tear of a genuine historical warrior. Impressively done. You have my compliments. To receive praise from the renowned director Lamb is an honor. No way, that's all there is to it. I sympathize with your confusion, Director. After all, this island has had a sudden influx of new guests, including those of, shall we say, seedier persuasion. If that's the angle you're taking, then it's equally strange to see a man and woman of the cloth on a beach vacation.
Even IDEO's servants require time to set down their burdens. Do feel free to reach out to me should the need ever arise, Director Lamb. I once had the privilege of seeing Director Gaudy at work, but I'm also curious about your process as well.
No way that's all there is to that either. Thank you for the offer. We'll be in touch if the situation calls for it. On that note, I have been meeting one fascinating individual after another today. For example, if you allow me to let my imagination take flight. Before me sits 3 men burdened, the oldest by a tremendous duty, the younger by their weighty pasts. Being surrounded by so many dramatic inspirations really gets my creative juices flowing. Scary how on the mark he is. World-famous directors must have an eye for this sort of thing. This afternoon's location scouting was a massive success, thanks in no small part to your assistance. At this rate, we should be able to keep shooting for tomorrow onward. That's right. Well, try to keep yourself safe out there. I've seen a few of Director Lamb's films. I didn't really know the kind of person he'd be, but he's surprisingly sensible. At least that was my first impression anyways. Turns out he definitely has his idiosyncrasies. Welcome to the world of creatives. Idiosyncrasies. What does that mean again? Like, I've heard that phrase tossed around so many times, but like, kind of forget. It kind of like, in my mind, the synonym for it is like quirk. A little quirky. Let's see what idiosyncrasy means. A mode of behavior or way of thought peculiar to an individual. Yeah, similar to quirk. We love context-based reading. Never realized you were such a social butterfly. It would have proven problematic were the princess to be scouted by the director. This is merely a preventative measure on my part. I see. Can't fault you on that one.
Director Lamb mentioned that you accompanied him and his crew on location hunting excursion. I must admit, I'm exceedingly jealous, but that you were able to share your good fortune.
Eesh, if only missing out on schmooze and ops could be the worst of our island's getaway woes.
There sure are a lot of colorful characters here, huh? And a fair number of them seem to belong to society's shadows at that. I think we can count on them to exercise a basic level of decency for now. What truly concerns me is that we have yet to see the owner of the resort.
If you're that hung up about it, why not cut your vacation short and get off the island?
I definitely considered it, but that would mean leaving Katra here, plus I'd feel left out heading home this early. We'll just have to see what tomorrow brings. That may be for the best. I'll be lending my fullest cooperation towards keeping everyone safe, so please, rest easy and enjoy your time off. I'll just leave the worrying to you then. The guild has been trying to gather information about Armada's legacy. Honestly, I wish they had a little bit more of a go-on.
Don't stress it. Our team's pretty used to rolling with the punches at this point.
And we are as well. That said, it's always best to be prepared for the unexpected. Running into Katra and Exio Tossin are only a few of the ways this vacation has been going off course. It's a bit more exciting for it though.
Taking things in so much stride, it's almost comforting.
I knew we should have brought a larger security retinue. Of course, as far as their highness's welfare is concerned, the safest option would be to avoid this trip entirely. Never mind, there's no sense in wasting time on hindsight.
We love to do a little bit of NPC housekeeping. Oh. Good evening, have you tried the cocktail workshop and ever guessed enjoy making creations? While soaking the jacuzzi tub. I've heard that jacuzzis and drinks are like a very, very terrible combo. I mean, I've done it, but like, in theory, yeah, it sounds very bad. I didn't think about it that way. We also offer massages and other in-room services. Do let us know if you want to request one. Apparently, like, the jacuzzi ends up like speeding up the process of the alcohol or something. So like if you like drink pretty heavily and like go into like a hot tub. Also, wait, did they say hot tub or did they say jacuzzi? Am I like indirectly placing a product? Okay, isn't a jacuzzi like a brand? Yeah, Yeah, Jacuzzi is a fucking hot tub manufacturer. IRL product placement, let's go. It's kind of like Band-Aid and bandage. Like that always happens. Then you get like what are some other ones that like get replaced constantly for its brand? Jacuzzi is a general term for a hot bath though. Is it? Define jacuzzi. Oh, it is. Oh, trampoline is another one, yeah. Panadol is supposed to be paracetamol. Okay, that I don't know. I do also know there is like EpiPen, right? EpiPen always gets like Epiferin or something, and like EpiPen's like a piece of shit company in the US. $600 a pen when like they manufacture for like $2-3 a vial. We love Big Pharma. Yeah, due to its popularity and market dominance among hot tub sales, the word jacuzzi became akin to a generic trademark in advertising and product marketing, synonymous with hot tub itself in American English. Oh. Yeah. Full name is epinephrine. So it's a short name, yeah. What's Panadol? Panadol. Oh. Huh, I've never heard of this. I don't think I've ever seen this before. I wonder if this is like, cause like over in the States, we have like Tylenol and like Advil and stuff. Oh, but no, it would be like Tylenol. Cause Tylenol is also acetaminophen, however you say it. I've never known in my life how to pronounce this fucking medicine, and like I just like end up slurring it and it becomes like acetophamine. Panadol doesn't exist there. I've never seen it. No, over here we just have Tylenol, I think. But yeah, that same medication, because that's the like medical term for it. Acetaminophen. You know what? I'm gonna learn now. Today's the day I finally learned how to fucking pronounce this. Pronunciation. Isn't it like acetaminophen?
Acetaminophen.
I was close. Acetaminophen. That tracks. Yeah, because as far as like pain relievers go, yeah, I know like acetaminophen. Then you got like morphine. You got like ibuprofen. You got like aspirin. What are some other ones? Is naproxen one? Or is naproxen just the blood thinner? Then you have like, let me see. Naproxen. Naproxen is just a blood thinner. Yeah, I mean, besides that though, I think that's the list of my painkillers that I recognize in my brain. Oh, and what is it? There was one they gave me. Not Vicodin. It might have been Vicodin. Hold on. Vicodin. Oh, okay. Vicodin is hydrocodone mixed with acetaminophen. Because I ended up getting that when I crushed my toe one time, very, very tragically. Crazy. how much you like just don't feel shit when you're on it. We like rarely used it. I kind of opted instead for just like taking like ibuprofen. We took Advil most of the time. But like, I think the day of when I did take Vicodin, I was like out. And then it always takes a while to like, it always took a while to like kick in, right? I'm speaking for like ibuprofen and stuff. So like when it was like a pretty bad toe crush, like when I had to get the bandages changed. Eventually I kind of like pre-fired the ibuprofen. Like if I knew I was gonna get my bandages changed, like in that time, I would take like maybe like 2 or 3 ibuprofens, like 200 milligram. And then like wait 15-20 minutes before I ended up actually doing anything, so it like didn't hurt as bad. That's besides the point. Yeah, that's the one thing you never understood. The US gives strong opioids and morphine. That's scary. Absolutely. It's fucking terrifying. And like there's so much about it too. Like you could do many, I mean there have been many documentaries about like the medical industry in the US. Yeah, you don't fuck with it. Like all respect, there's like 90%, well, no, like if a doctor sat there, a doctor that I trust sat there, like I don't know, maybe my general practitioner or something, sat there and told me like, hey, you gotta take this, then I'll take it. But like, if it's like optional, then I am just going for like the lowest one I can. Because at the end of the day, I do trust medical professionals. Also, what the fuck's wrong with ambulances in the US? Ah, man. Yeah. Yeah. It's a all too familiar thing too. Because there have been plenty of times in my life that I've known people to get injured. I've known people to get injured and opt to wait or like get driven by like someone else, even though like a situation could be dire, than to actually call 911 and call like medical professionals to assist. And it's totally understandable because ambulances are so fucked in the US. Like, it took my brother, like this is going back a bit. I think my brother was at work and then he ended up having like a seizure, right? And when that happened, they called the ambulance and like, it was like, you know, he didn't have control of it, right? The ambulance took him in, and when they did, he ended up stuck with a bill from the ambulance that he had to dispute pretty much for like 3 months. It's crazy. Can Uber just make an Uber ambulance service? You know, there is that, but like the thing is, it's accountability. Like if you're wounded, Uber doesn't want to take responsibility for the fact that someone might die in their car. Because that's not a good look. And that's like rife with lawsuits and stuff, which is why like ambulances are like the only thing that are kind of allowed to transport people. Because once you're transporting like an injured person, I think by law, like you kind of become the primary like responsibility holder of any sort of incident, which again ends up like opening up to litigation and stuff, which is like really bad. US law. Yeah, they're known to relieve pain and people get addicted to the relief. Exactly. Yeah, rough all around. Can't say I'm a big fan. I will say it's probably radicalized to me more than anything. But we won't get into politics. So, what are you all up to?
Oh, Van. Hello. Hey, I figured you guys would like to take back a few mementos from your trip, so I've been shooting some photos. I'm developing all the film in my room. She was actually just showing us all the pictures she's taken so far.
Oh, anything good?
We saw the whale. Well, she did manage to get a shot of Fairy stuffing her face, and a few of her smiling as well.
That's our team daughter.
Oh, and she was also able to capture one of the most beautiful rainbows I've ever seen. She even caught a few pictures of some of the island's rare birds. All of your pictures are so nice, Marielle. Do you think you'd be willing to make copies for me?
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, issue with ambulance is more of an issue with private companies too, yeah. Yeah, because like, I think a lot of ambulance are private companies and like state subsidized, but not actually part of the state. So it's not actually considered a public service. Depending on the city, depending on the state, all that kind of thing. Like, I feel like, I want to say in California, at least in LA County, it is like a private industry. Though I'm like kind of like 50-50 on that. I have had friends who worked as what are they called? It's not like ambulance technician. What is it called? Like EMT? I do have some like friends who worked as EMTs. They moved on to other fields of mine because like EMT does not pay well. EMT pays dog shit compared to the amount of stress you have to go under for that. Honestly, it's like a fucking shame. It's like EMTs and teachers are rough. There's a lot of like really unfortunate positions. That's one of them. And yeah. Haha, prisons too. Again, I'm not gonna go into it.
Guess you've been hard at work, huh? Sounds like you're getting pretty crafty with that camera too.
Well, it's all part of the job, you know. I'm sure you've heard the old adage, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I can't just be good at writing articles. I gotta make sure I get some good shots in. Well, all the pictures you've taken here have been incredible. Yes, I agree. I'm sure you'll be as skilled as you'll be as skilled as professional photographers in no time.
Implying she's not professional already? She gets paid for the work. Yeah, every country has that one thing. Absolutely. No country is clean. Some countries are dirtier than others, though, I have to say.
You guys are too nice. Speaking of photography, have you all seen any movies recently? I remember you saying you really liked my debut film on Yes. That makes me smile whenever I think about it. Actually, would you like to know a few things that happened behind the scenes? Yes, of course. Oh man, if your fans knew that Nina Fenley was sharing all the exclusive stories with us, they'd positively drop dead from envy. All my recording devices are somewhere else at the moment, so everything you say is 100% off the record. From what I recall, depending on the case, at least in Texas, they can call the fire department to come check on individuals, and depending on severity, they'll require to send them to the hospital, yeah. Yes, I can confirm that for California here as well, or at least my county. Or multiple counties, I think, because I have a friend who's in the firefighter department. They work in the fire department, and I believe they also do check. And then, depending on the severity of the call, they will recommend a ambulance. So yeah, I think it's exactly the same here. Like sometimes, like I think responders will send an ambulance immediately if it sounds like outright like severe, like from the get-go. But oftentimes for other things, when it's like checks and stuff like that, like people just feeling unwell, fire departments do come first, and then after they decide to bring in any sort of other like people, and it just happens to be like whichever is like closest, I think. That's why they got like ambulances just kind of like on patrol waiting for calls, I think. And then whoever is like closest to respond ends up getting the patient. But again, I'm not like I'm not a big voice in this. I'm just like vaguely familiar.
Damn, kind of interested myself, but I think they're having girl time right now. Probably best if I leave it to them.
I've had so many wonderful conversation partners today, Agnes and Marielle included. It's a shame that weather forces us to change course to Nemeth Island on such short notice, but we did get a great shoot out of it, not to mention a chance encounter with all of you. Maybe this detour worked out for the best. I had so much fun talking with Nina and Marielle that I almost forgot why we were even here. I have to remember this isn't an idle vacation. We have to figure out why the invitation was sent, and why all these people have been gathered here. Hopefully we can all uncover all that in our investigation tomorrow. What does Marielle have? Did Marielle... Oh, right, the photo. Well, I don't feel like talking to Marielle for the photo is like the end-all for the quest, so we could probably talk to her about that. Oh, speaking of photos, I've taken several with you in them, man. I'll pass them out to you and the rest of your crew once they're developed. Yeah, you only vaguely knowledge due to career history having worked with an... oh, you worked in emergency response. Neat. Very cool. Yeah, my friend has stories.
Let me ask you something.
Van took out the picture he borrowed from Tossin and began to explain the situation. Yeah, work with them, never work as one. Fair. I didn't realize I caught a ghost in one of my pictures. It's all my fault that Mr. Tossin's so on edge about it. If only I checked them beforehand. I should go and apologize.
It's not your fault. Pretty sure the guy just paranoid about anything and everything. Anyways, do you usually see stuff like this in your photos?
I wouldn't say it's common, but I've definitely taken some that were pretty similar. But my coworkers at the Tyrell Times have said I'm the only one who's had this issue.
Maybe she just has a knack for capturing ghosts on film.
Or maybe her camera's fucked. Maybe you should clean your mirror. Maybe you should get your camera tuned up.
Did you notice anything strange around the time you took the photo?
No, I don't think so. I think it was sometime around dusk. I was just getting ready to turn in for the day, and that's when I spotted Mr. Tossin. He was trying to get inside the abandoned church, but it seemed like he'd given up. Why is he trying to get in the church? I figured I would take a picture so that he can have a nice keepsake. Oh, I almost forgot. That's the only picture I took with the flash on. Well, there you go. Although that's about the only thing out of the ordinary that I can recall.
The flash, huh? That might have something to do with the haze then. Thanks for the info, Marielle.
Of course, happy to help.
Guess I better keep working my way down the list.
Ooh. They give us so many people to talk with. We'll work our way up here from down here. BRB cat check time. Make sure to check on that cat.
This looks fun. You guys doing some stargazing?
Oh, hey, Van. I heard the villa had a telescope somewhere in the storage, so I asked if I could borrow it for a few hours. The air is crisp and clear, and the light pollution is practically non-existent on here compared to Edith or Basel. It all helps to make the stars that much brighter. Even I was amazed. I've never seen such a beautiful night sky before.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourselves. I'm sure it must be pretty breathtaking through the telescope.
Mr. Robot here has been teaching us all about constellations, too. Yeah, the gray floaty thing is so cool. I've never seen anything like it. Leave all astronomical observations to Theo. Maybe Theo's the real star here. They really have taught me a lot, though. Hey, Katra, do you have any other lessons for us? Katra? You had 1,000 arts there for a bit there.
Sorry. I think the day is just finally catching up to me.
Oh, I get what you mean. All that exploring can really burn you out.
Yes, but back to constellations. I'm happy to answer whatever questions you have. You know, they're actually a rather big fascination of mine. I don't think I could ever get tired of talking about them.
Huh. What's up with Katra?
You should do some stargazing of your own while you're here, Van. This part of the sky is only visible due to how far south the island is, so it really is worth it. Take it from someone with a penchant for astronomy.
I really like Katra. Of all the like techie characters and like trails, Katra's up there. I think if I had to put them in order, no shade on like bottom, but like it'd probably end up going like let me think about this. Because like we have 4, right? We have Tita, Tio, Elisa, and Catra. Like Elisa's 4. She wasn't bad. I actually really like her character and like her like self-worth story and like trying to like what was it? Kind of like, what's the word for it? Where you're trying to like appease like a parental figure, like you're trying to like she was trying to be good enough for her mom. Like most of the time. Which is like kind of a cool story. And then you have Catra, who is kind of like on a mini Reen type shit. And then of course you had like Tio and like all the stuff that happened between her and like Guy and like her like involvement with the cult. And just like her entire upbringing entirely is like really, really good. You know what? I think Tio might be my favorite. Just from like an emotional standpoint. And then after that, I do really like Tita's growth. I think Tita grows a lot as a character from like Sky onward. Like it's like a benefit of having like so many games and like growing up with the characters, right? I think Tita like shows a lot of character. Like she's like a really cool like party member. Like how she doesn't like want to be a burden in like Sky and eventually kind of like comes into her own is like really cool. And I really like that. Yeah, like in my brain, I'm kind of like, yeah, I think it would probably end up being like Tio, Tita, Catra, Tio, Tita, Catra, and then Elisa. Again, no shade because I like all of them. Yeah. Although, like, Catra is maybe... Like, they're all so close. I want to say they're almost, like, neck and neck for me. Because I'm, like, a big sucker for, like, coming-of-age stories and shit. So that's why I also really like Tita, because it's kind of, like, in a similar way. Like, they're kind of, like, coming into their own. Learning to be adults and shit like that. Growing up. The stars are more visible here than in Basel. One day, Theo would like Professor Hamilton to be able to see this wonderful sight. This has been a lovely evening so far. Still, I do worry that we're spending a bit too much time fooling around. I just hope that Harwood doesn't try anything, at least not tonight. Yeah, you know, the benefits of this series being fucking like 12 games is that you have so many of those stories like just like woven into the fabric of like the overarching plot. Cause like we do see every single character in Trails grow. Maybe besides Zin and like Angelica. But at least Zin is kind of cool. A little dorky. I don't really think he grows all that much. Yeah, he's just kind of like permanent. Like he's already done his growing, you know? Which I can respect. Like he's already come into it himself. Like he doesn't have to have like crazy formative shit going on. But like everyone else, like you kind of see everyone grow. Maybe why I like this game so much. It's like all growth. Like time keeps moving. Yeah, cause shit, even Gilbert grows, you know? Gilbert grew, like, what was it, like Duke Doonan? He grew. It's like good stuff.
used to look up at the stars a lot during our campouts back when I was with Kruga. But this might be the most beautiful night I've seen so far. I don't think I'll ever forget it.
Fruit must ripen, yes, exactly.
Wow, I've never seen this many stars in the sky before. You come to this island a lot, right, York? Does that mean you know a lot about constellations too?
Yeah, sure. Ask me anything you want. Aw, crud, why'd I go and say that? This guy and his robot are the ones with the answers, not me.
Who is down on the beach alone in their, like, solemn... Oh, right. What's his name? The fisher. Kyle. Shannon reeled in a rare deep sea fish this afternoon. The same one I've been hoping to land for quite a while now, in fact. Honestly, I'm a little miffed about it. Deep sea fish are easier to catch at night, so I'm gonna test that theory on every fishing hole I can. Are there different fish?
Let's do this thing.
All the fish seem the same. We will probably, like, guide check before we move on, like, past the night. Thinking about it, I should have guide checked before we made the day transition. Here, quick check. Trails through Daybreak. I'm pretty sure I did everything, though. Fragments. Okay, let's see. What? I never saw this. What is that? When do we get that? Unless this is nighttime too. After the cutscenes, you gain control of them. It says we can dig? When did we get the chance to dig? You can dig whenever?
Ooh, this looks like a good fishing spot.
I never knew. It's a new function from Zeros. How do I dig? Oh, is it because I didn't talk to fucking Zeros in the morning? Usually it just goes like, woo, and then like that's it.
Found it!
Oh, okay, there we go. Damn, what the fuck? Okay, I see you. Okay, I think it's kind of, from the looks of it, I didn't really miss anything though, which is fine by me. So, yeah, we did Marhingarten. We did all this. I think we got all the fish, and we did the thing for Director Lamb. We got Alter Pakel, did the completions. Fought the boss. Did our activities. Nighttime, okay. So we're good, We can move on. So we should just kill this girl, right?
Oh, shut your trap, you damnable dog! Or are you too primitive to even understand human speech?
What did I just walk in on?
This blasted mud is assaulting me! Though maybe the fault is mine for expecting it to have proper obedience training from a rotten Spriggan.
Zeros wouldn't just start barking at you for no reason.
Oh, what does it even matter? Just get this stupid thing away from me!
Speaking as someone who actually saw what transpired, this woman here had captured that canine drone and was attempting to dismantle it. Oh really? You tried to get the drop on Catcher's little buddy. Sounds to me like this dirtbag dog napper needs a little obedience training herself.
Oh, let's not be hasty now. This mud had higher specs than I was anticipating, so it broke right through the trap I prepared. As for you, learn to hold that tongue and mind your own business. Besides, you've been watching ever since I set the trap. Don't act so holier than thou when you didn't do a thing to stop me.
I simply didn't feel my intervention was necessary for your little farce to fall apart.
Oh, that does it! You riled me up for the last time, altar boy! Ah, rats and double rats. How did I wind up in this cluster ball? I should have mobilized my men to restrain this mechanical mutt from the start.
Why are we just okay with her being here? Kick her out. Murder her. I feel like... Who did more? Who did more? Gilbert or Rosalie? Because Gilbert, he had those enhanced Jaeger group. He was committing atrocities. You know what? Gilbert's still in the running for like shitty person. But like Rosalie was like developing torture devices and like weapons that like enhanced pain. It's like, I don't know. Both are pretty bad. She also threatened to gas us. Though I guess Gilbert also tried to kill us many times. So that's not too crazy.
Wolf is right. Sorry you had to go through that one, buddy. At least it sounds like you had everything under control. Too bad we have to share this vacation with the person who gives pain in the ass a whole new meaning. I should tell Katra about this later.
Yeah, they're both cringe. They can be cringe together. Perhaps they will bring Gilbert. They should bring Gilbert back to hang out with Rosalie, see what happens. Like, what happens when two cringe characters meet? Like, what if, like, okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Does Gilbert have a romantic interest? Because I could totally see, like, alright. Gilbert, like, falls in love with Rosalie. Like, first sight type shit, right? Some real simp behavior, I'm saying. And then, like, Rosalie ends up taking advantage of that and maybe eventually falls in love with Gilbert too. And then they are cringe together? Kondo? Hire me for your NPC scenarios, I'll be there. There's someone out there for everyone type shit.
It would seem this Zekdarm's woman has yet to learn her lesson.
Even if you're cringe.
It feels as though it's been ages since we last shared drinks over a meal, just the two of us.
Wait, was that Nadia saying that first line? Oh, fuck. It wasn't.
A few times we weren't away on business, we would be eating together with Amiya as a family. But this reminds me of the day you proposed to me during dinner. I certainly don't mind reliving it every once in a while.
I was a lot younger then. Thinking up ways to surprise you came easier in those days. But enough of that. Let's raise a toast. We wouldn't want all this lovely food to get cold.
Of course not, darling.
Yeah, we need. I want Gilbert in the next Trails game. Bring Gilbert back. Bring Rosalie back. Dynamic duo type shit. Perfect for each other.
This looks like a good fishing spot.
By the way, what's Amiya off doing again? Stargazing, was it?
Yes, she made friends with one of the children here. They should be playing on the other side of the villa.
I see. This trip is shaping up to be a wonderful experience for her.
Yeah, Jesse. Yes, exactly. Deadass, that would be Jesse and James Team Rocket. In every universe. I forget, what was their deal? Were they just like a pair of besties, or were like they ever like a thing? I didn't like get very far in Pokemon where like that ever came up, I think. They were just like a pair of besties, right? They're a pair of besties, okay. If you have any concerns or requests, don't hesitate to let us know. For example, I loaned out a telescope and some blankets. We also have orbital lights and fireworks prepared for those who need them. And co-workers. Everything but. They even, like, co-parented a fucking talking cat. Amongst other Pokemon. I'm passing drinks out to everyone free of charge. Couldn't tell you why, but we suddenly got a lot of extra guests decked out in special uniforms this evening. I've got to act professional though, so I won't pry no matter how much I'm dying to. Anyways, enjoy your night. We have enough good liquor and delicious food to go around.
Well, the foremost fighter, huh? Color me intrigued. If it isn't the dire wolf and the immovable. Talk about a rare opportunity. What do you say to finally nailing down which school is the strongest, the Taito or the Gekka? Come on, you're not really planning on fighting him, are you? Don't interfere, little dancer boy. What are you calling little dancer boy? I'm not exactly a Taito user, though, through and through, but I'll admit, it's an interesting proposition. Want to give him a run for his money's in? I never agree to such a reckless fight, is what I should say. But if you can manage to find a battleground that's far away enough from the villa, I'll consider your offer. You're just gonna give him what he wants? Can't help being curious. After all, wouldn't it be nice to know what makes him the best of the Gekka? I don't really give a shit about what school he's from. As far as I'm concerned, we're just fighting for the title of who's strongest. Well then, let's hope you two are enough to sate my hunger. These guys are clinically insane. Tell me about it. By the way, Arkwright, you practice the Kunlun style, right? Not really. You could probably only call me an initiate at best. I've got a bad feeling about this. That means we have someone from each of the three major disciplines here. What say you to start an inter-school battle royale? I say no! Aaron is the only one with something else to say. Aaron, I know what you're gonna say. Starting shit with Sao at this point won't get me anywhere. I'll give him just desserts one of these days, but for now it's vacation time. He said battle royale, go go go. We've been Fortnite maxing lately. Level 24 in the battle pass. I think it's like a 50 level battle pass this time around or something. Might be 75. I don't know. All I know is I want to get Emperor Palpatine. I got very lucky and just like accidentally got Darth Vader when he was available. It's been a while since I did a Fortnite stream. I think the last one I did blew up my computer. Pick a fight with me one-on-one and you're getting shipped off to this island in a body cast. Is that a promise? Hearing that only makes me want to mess with you even more. The hell? Do I look like I'm joking? Settle down now, you two. While I'd very much like to see how a showdown between you would play out, we wouldn't want to spoil the fun dinner we just had. Why don't the four of us converse a bit? Chances like these don't come around often after all. Damn, you really got an all-star table here. Chance encounters such as these could only happen at the luxury resort. I don't really care to get chummy with the Nickaruga bigwig, but you know what they say about missed opportunities. In that case, let me ask you something I've been dying to find out for a while now. Just how powerful is that head of the Grallstritter? You refer to Ein Selenet, yes? She is a person of interest to the Martyr Company as well. Oh, is that the same woman that the Carnelia series was based on? Read Carnelia, by the way. Carnelia was peak. I've been curious about her for a while myself. They say she's just as strong as she is beautiful. Yeah, you're better off not lumping the book character in with the commander. Anyone on this continent who can go toe-to-toe with her at her best would have to be in the same league as the Golden Rakshasa. Golden Rakshasa mention? The Golden Rakshasa. That would be the famed former general of the Empire, Aurelia Le Guin. Can we get Aurelia in the Daybreak engine, please? I'm on my hands and knees. That the two of them are on equal playing field says quite a bit on its own.
She doesn't come out from behind the curtain much, but screw with her and even you'd get burned, and that's just for a start. You don't say. Well, now we just have to throw down. Maybe I could put in a force Brigham with Van and have him lure her out somehow. I wouldn't be so certain.
As if I'd be stupid enough to accept it. What do you think the S in Force Brigand stands for? Suicide?
While we're asking questions, I once read a book about these fantastical beings in the East known as yokai. Have you ever come across one, Miss Misurigi? Yeah, locals would use that word for some of the creatures I've run into. They skedaddled the second I came in and were close though, so those yokai are probably nothing special.
Is Shizuna like fucking Natsume Book of Friends? She can see yokai?
They probably thought a battle-starved maniac like you was even more of a freak than they were. How very intriguing.
Can't keep up with this at all, but it does look like they're having a good time.
Yeah, that's a nostalgic anime. It's a current anime. Have you all watched the new season? It's pretty good. One of my favorites. I don't know if I've talked about it enough on stream. Although the English dub, they recently English dubbed it. I won't cast any shade, but like, I feel like Natsume has like mad chain smoker voice for a high schooler. It's a little weird. It's a good performance, but I feel like the direction is weird.
Cause he's like out here talking like this.
Yeah, watch JP dub, no worries. Yeah, I watched it all JP dub, and I recently only started watching it again in English dub. Yeah, one of my favorites. Like, talk about like coming of age. Like, Natsume is one of my like absolute favorite animes for like particularly that reason, because like you start off season 1 with him being so like reclusive, and like he's got like so many people now that like he can count on, and he actually like considers friends and shit. Like, he's grown into his like character so much, and like all the stuff with like the Exorcist Society and all that is like pretty intriguing too. Like, it's a really good anime to watch. Definitely like highly recommend. It's like a slow burn, but I mean, if you're sitting here watching trails, you understand slow burns. Anybody here watch Onegai Sensei? I remember you plugged that anime a couple weeks back. Yeah, time to recommend Sakurada Reset again.
Incidentally, I spoke with Ms. Al-Fayed recently. In accordance with both our risk management AI predictions and Mr. Thorndyke's wishes, he has come with some of his security team's most elite members. Perhaps this isn't my place to say, but although Marduk's goals align with ours, it may be prudent to remain attentive to how the situation develops. Yeah, Onegai Sensei and twins watched it back in high school.
Okay, and that's all the same. Have we talked to mostly everyone? There's someone all the way on the airstrip, probably the engineer. Who's over here? There is someone somewhere. I think that might just be the cocktail guy. Okay. Is it? It's like upstairs, it looks like. Oh, no, that's the CEO. That's Tossend. Yeah, can't say I'm thrilled. Find out what's going on. Okay, one last NPC check, then we run it down. Also, I'm kind of thinking... Actually, it's getting kind of late. Yeah, we're at the 3-hour mark too. I feel like we had like a lot of yap today. Oh, Morley made it. Wait, is this the same Morley? Is this the fucking rich CEO guy?
It's fine to visit the ruins or the old church, but be sure to not cross the fence. The untamed area beyond it are littered with relics and remnants from Nemet's bygone days. As a matter of fact, there's an abandoned village where I and the other islanders used to live long ago. I won't go anywhere near it again, though. The place holds far too many memories. Memories that are best left undisturbed. Well, that's ominous. I better keep what he said in mind. That is pretty ominous. He's just the caretaker, okay. Oh, right. We saw him taking care of the cars. Yeah, but we did yap a bit today. Yapped quite a bit, actually. More so than, like, most streams, I feel. And then, like, I could go for, like, a midnight snack. Don't want to eat too late. So I think maybe we can save the ghost story for, like, next time. And then, like, shit, it's just like another housekeeping stream. Housekeeping part 2. Housekeeping part 3. We will absolutely remember what he said. They got the fucking heretic village from not Infinite Wealth, from Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. But yeah, I think that being said, that will do it for me. Where is Reset? I need to zoom in. I'm gonna let the demons take over for the close. We will be swapping back, but damn. Alright, for everyone who stopped by, for everyone who stuck around, thank you. Always appreciate the company. Until next time. Peace.